Oh, shit. Lord, are you? Oh, shit. Yeah, my life. That nigga sound good with a live band, man.
There is some risk. Oh, suck to me. Ooh, you're so good to me. Don't wanna see selfishly what's broken hearted. Should always be you for me and me for you. We two loving through. Hey, baby,
Sexy dancing lady,
sexy dancing lady.
sexy dancing lady.
You got just what it
Got
takes,
just what it takes.
and I hope it's not too late.
Hope it's not too late.
Want you tenderly, you're so good to me. So glad I'm around.
you say so we can do our thing after the party.
Don't stop, you ain't gotta stop.
Baby, do your thing.
Don't stop, if the music drops. Rock
With me,
get on top, you can take it off.
what's it gonna be?
Don't you want the after party?
After the party,
Yeah,
let's go somewhere and finish what we started.
come on.
Cause right from the beginning I was on it. I know you felt these vibes, you know I felt you rouse. So why don't we stop above the dance floor? You and me, cause I wanna know just how deep does your loving go? So tell your boys goodnight. We're gonna ride after the party.
You ain't gotta stop,
Baby,
What up,
do
what up, what
your
up?
thing.
don't
Lady
stop, if the music drops.
Rock with me.
Get on top, you can take it off.
What's it gonna be?
Don't you want the after party? Don't stop.
Yeah. We're just getting this thing together, man, getting everything back right. Welcome to the Let It Out Live show. Another great day, another amazing opportunity to be here on another Wednesday. Shout out to everybody that's logging in. Come on, man. Y'all share this. Get in here. Get in here. Let's get it going. Let's get it cracking. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's see who we got
I sent it to you.
on tonight's show. I don't know how my co-host right now on the phone in the middle of the live. Yeah, I know y'all
I
watching.
sent you the link to your phone.
And he's on the mic. He don't even know it.
Okay.
All the way live. He's having phone conversations at the same time. Big ups to my co-host, baby DJ Baby Said.
Oh no.
What up, Said?
What's going on, Marcus and Tony? How you feeling, my brother?
I'm good, brother. Hey, y'all, come on in, come on, share, man. We got a great show today. We got a lot to talk about. We got some topics. We got some guests coming in talking about credit, man. We got a lot going on. So y'all get in here and let's make it happen, man. Let's make it pop, man. Share. Of course, we're gonna talk about that crazy debate last night. We ain't gonna spend too much time on it because, hey, it was expected, I think, by me at least, to be like that. What up, DJ Ty? I see you over there.
What's good? What's good?
Putting the mix together,
I gotta
man.
Go ahead and get it on in. You know what I mean? Get the vibe flowing.
I see you, brother. I see you and I hear you at the same damn time.
Yes, sir. But I
Yes,
can't
sir.
wait to talk about that debate too.
Definitely.
'Cause I heard somebody was stupid and somebody was a clown last night.
all that. Listen, before I talk about any of that, I need to make sure I give y'all a big thank you to my brothers that came through this weekend and represented for your brother's birthday. Man, y'all surprised me. The wifey, shout outs to the wifey, mama, both my Lalas, my wife Lala and my concubine Lala. Definitely shout out to her. Everybody know that's my other Lala, man. Y'all made it happen. All y'all, everybody that came through, all the guests, all the surprise guests, all the friends, all the foes, everybody and Lottie Dottie came and showed me love. My wife threw me up a surprise birthday party, and it was the bomb. So big ups to y'all. Big ups to you. Said you was in the building first. Big ups to you, Ty. You DJ'd the whole night from YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Listen, incredible. And everybody else, I can't even call every name, but I just want to give y'all a big virtual hug and tell y'all, man, shout out to y'all. Big ups, man. DJ Said, who we
Yo,
got on the show tonight, man?
Man,
Let's get right to it.
We got my brother Romeo, man. He's a vocal coach. He's one of the most awesome, humblest human beings I ever met in life.
Okay.
He's a very, very iconic dude, and I just thank God for just placing me in the presence of this young man and find out the work that he's done and that he's doing and he's going to continue to do.
So I take it he can sing.
It just
I mean,
makes
because to
me.
be a vocal coach, you gotta know what you're coaching.
Hey, man.
So I take it, I guess he can sing.
Man, this guy is amazing, man.
Big up Cedric. I see you, man, logged in. We appreciate you, man. Everybody, I'm calling you out tonight, man. Anybody logging in,
Sid,
anybody
man,
that's
I
on
love
here,
you, my brother.
I'm definitely shouting you out, man. We had a great show, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about this debate too, but let's get our guest on because he's already here and ready, and we don't make our guests wait. When they here and ready, we jump right to it. So without further ado, the infamous, incredible, you say vocal coach, right?
Vocal coach
Let's do it. What's his name? Romeo?
Romeo.
I'm gonna let you introduce the name. Go ahead.
Romeo. He played talk show, The Voice.
My man. What's up, brothers?
Yo, what's good, brother?
I see y'all doing it big, bro.
Man, we trying to get like you, Romeo. We trying to get like you, man.
Hey, man, you know you there. God is good, man. You know what he do.
God's good, man. And I just thank God for just meeting you, man. Just encounter your presence, man. You know, from the first moment I met you, we sat there, we broke bread, and we stayed in contact with each other. And that's a great thing about it. You know, I didn't know you from a can of paint. It was just the connection just was there. I didn't know all the accomplishments that you made.
Right.
Until I actually like went back and say, I'm gonna look this guy up and see what this guy actually does. And come to find out, this guy has worked with the likes of the Queen Latifahs.
Yes, sir.
Janet Jackson. I mean, I'm gonna let you say this. Tell me the artists that you have worked with, my brother.
Oh man, you know what? God is good. First of all, let me just address what you just said, man. The first night that we did meet, man, it was amazing to me because we were in the midst of it was a star-studded event. And for some reason around all the Teddy Riley's and Faith Evans and everybody else that was there, you know, we were drawn in the same area and just started conversation. And man, I have to say, man, you put me up on so much game. I've been in this business 30-something years, man. And I've never, ever gotten to the point where I feel like I know everything. Every day I want to learn something new. And man, you just put me on so much game, man. And the same, like you were saying, we just met each other, but the conversation flowed like we had already known each other before. And I just remember thinking, man, I'm gonna keep in touch with this brother because it was a spirit thing and a heart thing that connected us, man. So to answer your question, man, I've been doing it for a long time, man. I work with so many artists, man. God has blessed me to work with touring. I started off years ago in like 1989. My first tour was with a lady named Buster Williams. And then I went from her to Jody Watley to Sheena Easton to Adam Ant to James Ingram to oh my God, Jennifer Holliday, and then I did the Janet Jackson tour. That was the Janet tour, and that was when That's the Way Love Goes came out. And if you guys remember, that was when Janet changed her whole image and she became this mature, woman type image. And MTV covered us everywhere we went for like 2.5 years, and that thing just expanded me. And during that time, I'd already started to kind of vocal coach. But it was just, me working with Janet. She gave me a little featured moment, and it was such a big tour that really kind of blew me up. And then I ended up touring with Rahsaan Patterson, Millie Jackson, and then I toured with Michael Jackson. And of course, that was the pinnacle. Like, what did you do after Michael? It was like, that was it. I actually toured with Michael, and I took a break for a minute. And then, of course, I hooked up with my longtime brother. I was doing some open mic spots in LA, and I called Teddy, and I was like, Teddy, come through. So Teddy and Damon and Aaron came through. It was called Romeo Entertainment's open mic. So everyone would come through. Raphael Sadiq, a lot of producers would come through and check out new talent. So Teddy came through and saw what I was doing, and he was like, man, I hate to pull you from what you're doing, but we about to do this New Jack reunion tour. I got to have you on it. I need you to help me out with the vocals with Blackstreet and with Guy. And then I toured with Teddy, man, for a long time. And then Queen Latifah. And then I got asked to do television shows. And that's when I started coaching Diddy for making his band. I did a show called Star Maker. And then I helped bring the Voice, the TV show The Voice, to America. And did that for the first 4.5 seasons. I coached every contestant on that show. So every show that you saw for seasons 1 through 4, if you saw somebody on stage, they went through my room to prep them for their performance. No matter what celebrity team they were on, I was the one that coached them. And then after The Voice, I got burned out on that after about 4 years. Man, it was a great experience. It was a blessing. I was a blessing to them. They were a blessing to me. But man, it was like 5-6 days a week, 10 to 13 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I gotta have a life, yo. Like, I'm making good bank, but I can't spend it on nothing but mattresses because I'm sleeping and working, you know. So you know what I'm saying? So I stopped that, man, and I wrote a book, and I started coaching Trey Songz. In the meantime, I had coached Avril Lavigne, El DeBarge, a whole lot of people, but Trey Songz. I forgot. I toured with Neo as well. I was Neo's vocal director. That's how I met Trey. Then I toured with Trey when he did the tour with Chris Brown. I went on tour with them as a vocal coach, and did another tour with him after that. And other than that, man, I coach every day. Like we're doing right now, I have clients literally around the entire globe. I coach people from South Africa, from Romania, from Indonesia, from Spain, from you name it. I just sit here and try to bless people with the blessing that God gave me to share, you know? So that's what we do.
Are you serious? I mean, are you really serious?
That's what I do.
Are ridiculous. Listen, okay, so we hear often. I'm always just. I feel like I belong on that side of the screen sometimes because I be like a fan of everybody that come on the show, and it's my own show. I don't be knowing who I'm even interviewing, but when you hear vocal coaches, you hear it so often.
Yeah.
What exactly does a vocal coach do with an artist? Like when you a Trey Songz, a Neo,
yeah.
Can you walk me through, or on The Voice, walk me through that what a vocal coach does to somebody that already believes they can sing or they want to get better? What do you make them better? Or if they just can't sing, how you make them better?
That's a very, very good question. I'm glad it's asked. And I wish it was asked more because a lot of people, including aspiring singers, go out and try to grab vocal coaches without understanding what the role of a coach is. But if you think about it, I came from the sport world, played football and basketball. And so if you think about it, it's no different than a coach for a basketball team or a football team. The first thing they do is they have tryouts. So you're gonna have to have a certain level of talent before the coach even accepts you on the team, first of all. So a coach's job is to take someone who has a natural ability and fine tune it. You understand? So if you're just a fast runner, but you have no clue how to come out the blocks, as a coach, I'm gonna go, let me teach you how to come out the blocks so I can speed you up even more. You know, if you got a strong arm and can throw a football 70 yards, but your technique is wrong, I'm like, dude, if I show you the proper technique, you're gonna throw it 90 yards. So that's ultimately the goal of a vocal coach. Specifically, what I do, because every coach is different, every singer is different. And I would love for every coach to understand that every singer is different. But what I do is I take the years of my experience of singing and things that I've learned from the people, the greats that I worked with, and I will take each singer in. This is very important. The first thing that I do before I just throw them in and start having them do exercises and me and all this old crap, the first thing I want to do is just spend a second to get to know them, because you can't teach anybody anything effectively if you don't know who they are as a person. You know what I'm saying? I got to know how to communicate with you. So I need to know if you're sensitive and you get your feelings hurt easily, or if you that brother that's like, man, just tell me how it is. I'm flat. Just tell me I'm flat. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, you know what? That was pretty good. The only thing, that was horrible. You know, they fall apart. So you got to figure out who is who, you know, and that's number one. Second thing I do is I figure out what's your upbringing, because all of this matters. Singing is a form of communication, right? So it's just musical. It's no different than a preacher preaching or a motivational speaker speaking. You know, you gotta understand that everybody has their own way of communicating. So the first thing I want to know is, who are you? And then let me show you how to best perfect your way of communicating in music. I never want to take a singer and just try to make them what I think I would be or what I think they should be. I'm like, let me see what you like to do. What's natural for you? And then I'll go, okay, cool. I see where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Let me taper this off. Let me show you, if you're going to do that, this is the proper way to do it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I give analogies all day, you know, but that's the ultimate thing, you know. Or one more analogy I'll give you. Think of going in to buy a suit. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a good suit salesman, I need to step back and say, okay, cool. Let me see how tall you are. Let me see what your build is. If you got broad shoulders and And a narrow waist, I need to get a certain suit and taper that to you. If you got narrow shoulders and you're big, I got to figure out what fits you. I can't just go grab a suit and go, this is a dope suit, take it. So that's how I approach singing, man. And I teach them, first of all, the proper breathing. Secondly, I teach them about placement, which basically means where in your body the sound resonates. After I teach them those two things, those are two main things I focus on. I touch on like how to pronounce things and vowels. And that is those three things are my general approach to every singer. After those three things, then everything is personalized to who you are as a singer. So
no matter who it is, that's always the pretty much.
Every singer that I take in, those three things I address first. And then from that point on, it's all about what's your influences, what's your what's inspired you, what's your range. It's all catered to you after those three things,
See, this is very interesting to me. See, I'm probably gonna do most of this interview myself right here because I'm tell you why it's so interesting to me. I've been around singing all my life, of course, been in church all my life, right?
Yeah.
So I've been around people that sing, people that think they can sing. I do music, so I've been around like every type of singing there is when it comes to music. I swear to God, I can sing. Like nobody can tell me I can't sing. God didn't give me the proper ranges that I needed, right, to make me be the singer that I should have been. But
right.
If I could do certain runs or certain things that I in my mind, I do it. But when it comes out, it don't come out the way I thought it should have came out. Right?
I love it.
I'm like, I am very awesome with music, so I can tell a singer exactly what to do, and they be like, "Man, you're so good," but they be like, "Why you can't sing?" And I be like, "Man, I don't know. God just didn't give me that all the way. He played with me. He gave me enough to hold a note." Well, you know what I'm saying? You ever dealt with a singer? I can hold a note, but I can't really blow. But I can sing the hell out the song when I'm singing. But I ain't really penny dropper. Like I ain't got that R. Kelly or that, But I can.
Well,
so I'm so interested in the stuff you saying right now because I be teaching people to sing, but you're the real vocal coach. I just good with music. I can hear notes, so I know when somebody wrong. I know when they
how
right.
to guide them, right? You know how to guide them. Well, here's the thing, man. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at what you can do once the proper technique is given. You know what I mean? So if you think about exercising, bench pressing, push-ups, or whatever, for a fact you can sit on the bench press, right? And you can put a couple of plates or a plate on each side, and you can pump them out. But for a fact that you have the proper technique. You know how to space your hands. The very strength that you have that can pump these weights out. If you were to take one hand and slightly move it in, you're having a problem. You understand what I'm saying? So not knowing the proper technique, you think you can't do what you actually can do. Does that make sense?
Right.
So a lot of times, I'm listening to you talk and I'm thinking, if you say I can hear it and I can feel it and I got it, more than likely, bro, you just probably need the proper technique given to you.
I met, you know what? You got me interested now because maybe I was supposed to be a singer and I never know. See, people talk about me a long time, but they don't know. Maybe you're right. I just need technique for all these years. That could have been the answer. I made proper technique because I can blow like I'm talking about. I can like Jasmine Sullivan blow.
Okay.
I mean, her runs are like. Okay, I got the wrong artist. Let me just think of somebody else. Like that wasn't who I was supposed to name, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like
I know what you mean.
I'm saying Jasmine Sullivan to me. If I name some of the greatest runners or singers, it's Jasmine Sullivan. What's the crazy girl? We call her crazy. K. Michelle, of course.
K. Michelle.
Oh yeah, I'm keep quiet. I got around these folks.
You talking about anytime you talk about singers that's powerful and riffs,
but she's crazy.
Kiki Wyatt, I think about
Kiki Wyatt. To me, she's one of the best R&B vocalists in the game.
Yeah, but she crazy.
But she crazy. Yeah, I don't even think Sia disagree with me.
That's hilarious.
She crazy, but I believe she is one of the best vocal. Ain't too many people gonna touch her vocally.
She's
her
a big-
range, her breathing, just her pronunciation. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No,
Now-
she's amazing, and she's pretty. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Now,
Sometimes
to you, who is your top 3? And I know it's
in-
very hard because your record is so extended.
man, yeah, it's like when it comes to like just flat out singing and
Some people got a gift, you know, and they
Yeah.
they just
Well,
gift.
Jasmine Sullivan is absolutely one of my favorites. Kim Burrell is one of my
Like
favorites.
Kim Burrell is like that runner, but her you may be right. You may
I know
be
what
right.
you're saying. I know what you're saying. Sometimes she run and keep running. I guess.
Yeah,
I guess
she run. She'll never come back. Like
she run away sometimes.
she can do that though because she got it.
so much- Yeah. I know a lot of people go back and forth with how they feel about this girl, but just as a singer and a technical aspect, people don't realize how dope Beyonce is. Beyonce's a beast.
Wow, you were reading my mind. Listen. I was saying in my mind I had the name, but I said I wanted to wait for you to say it. Reason being because I always thought Beyonce could not truly sing from the beginning, and for some reason now but it's people like you. I think Beyonce had a vocal coach.
Man.
I think she had a vocal coach. Right. That's because Beyonce always sing like.
It's so many, man. I can't not say Brandy either, man. See, as a singer, we tune in, as a coach especially, we tune into things that a lot of people hear and they just like and they dancing, but we're like, damn, the inflection here, how it changes colors, how the rhythm, it's certain things that Brandy does that I haven't really felt, not even just heard. I haven't felt since Whitney. You know what I'm saying? And then before. Right, and then before Whitney, I felt it from Aretha. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of thing. I put Aretha and Whitney and Brandy in like
that row,
that one row exactly. Now,
Romeo, I gotta say to you, man, this DJ Ty.
What's up, Ty?
You remember the last time we saw each other? We was out there in LA hanging out. You know what I'm saying?
In the heat.
So what I like to do on the show is I like to let the fans know and recognize who you are. So we're just gonna play about 3 songs, 3 artists, so they know exactly who you are and who you work with.
Okay.
You for quite a while. You're on my mind every night. My every thought is you.
Yeah.
The things you do seem so satisfying to me. I must confess it, girl.
Y'all hear it right here.
When I like it.
This is one of the artists.
You sent you when I like it. Girl, you're blowing my mind with the things you say to me. I like those, I like those, I like those.
Hey, DJ Ty.
I like those. Il me plaît d'être avec toi.
Now, this is my wife's favorite artist. My wife, one of her favorite artists. My wife sings too, but I'm gonna hire you to be a coach. Depending on, I'm gonna ask you next about your numbers. That's gonna be my next topic I talk about with you.
Oh, je t'aime, mon chéri. Time flies when you're having fun. Ooh, baby. Funny how time flies when you're having fun. Oh, baby. I don't know where it all went.
Yeah.
Time passed us by just when the fun began. Ooh, time passed when
All right, DJ Ty.
When I met you, woman, I couldn't help but notice a face so beautiful.
I do.
Now imagine if we ever made love.
Trigger.
Pulled up in the top Benz at the horn 2 times and you walked outside. Just keep eyes and the only thing inside my mind is I want you, yes I do. And if there's anything you suggest I do, tell me. Now we all in the crib on my sofa. Girl, I'm so glad you came over. I wanna tell you come closer, but I don't know if you feel. Got me.
Romeo,
Yo, man.
your resume is extensive, my brother.
Man, God is good, man. God
But
has
okay,
been really good.
so how do you price? I'm gonna need all kind of different discounts. I already know. I'm almost scared to even ask right now. Okay, is it a one-on-one? Is it in person when you're working with these artists, or is it, you say you work with so many? Is it always personal, in person, or do you do anything virtually? Is that even possible?
Yeah, I've been doing. You know, it's funny, bro. I've been doing Zoom for 5 years, man. So it's funny to see everybody going crazy over Zoom. I've been doing lessons, international lessons on Zoom for about 5 years, man. I was so ahead of the game. I'm so mad I didn't buy stock in it when I thought about it, but I had no idea it was gonna blow up like this. But yeah, of course, before the pandemic, I did a lot of in-persons. You know, I have a couple of clients that still do in-persons that are here. I'm residing in Las Vegas now, so I have a couple of clients that'll come in. But you know, other than that, it's all Zoom now, and I do hour sessions. I pretty much try to price. Obviously, when I'm doing major artists, it's a different situation with the label back. They usually get multiple hours at a time, multiple days in an hour. So,
Gotcha.
there was a period of time that I was working with Jimmy Iovine a lot. I was doing a lot of artists that he worked with, and so they would book me for 4 hours a day, sometimes 4 days a week. So that was a totally different racket of pricing. But when it comes to private individual lessons, I've tried to figure out a happy medium, because I want everybody to come to. I don't want to just work on celebrities. You know, I want the parents that feel like they have kids that's 9, 10, 12 years old that really have potential.
Right.
I want them to be able to access me as well. And then at the same time, I want people to understand that they're paying for a value. So I can't be too low. I can't be too high, you know? Right. So typically, you know, people come to me, they think that other vocal coaches that are kind of on the caliber that I'm on, this has the same type of history and credentials, you know, they usually ask about $500 an hour or up sometimes. So I tried to find a way to make it halfway reasonable. Of course, there are other people that'll be like, I'll charge $100 an hour or $65 an hour. And, you know, of course,
they probably can't say themselves.
So my hourly rate is $300. So I try to come right in the middle. And that way, you know, I'll tell people, listen, if you got a kid and you really believe that they got potential, you should invest in them. If it's just something that they're trying to do for fun, I'm not really the guy to come to, because it's going to be too expensive for you, because I pretty much request at least once a week. So, you know, that's a $1,200 a month investment, you know what I'm saying? And, but I mean, you'd be surprised. A lot of people who really believe in themselves, they drop it. And I'm talking about not celebrities. I'm talking about just the regular. I got clients. I got a client, young girl here that's 16. She's been coming to me for 3 years now, I think. She's about to be a problem, bro. And then I have another girl here that is 16. She's already, I started working with her when she was 15. She's 21 now. She's already signed to Warner in the Philippines. She's got a few records out. Her name is Angel. She spells it ANJL. Beautiful young girl. And she writes, sings her face off. So, you know, if you know there's something that you're serious about doing, it's a little bit of an investment. But for the people who are like professionals and not even necessarily celebrities, but just doing it as a profession, then they absolutely should want to spend at least $300 per hour for what they're doing. You know, it's like anything else. If you're playing NBA, you're not gonna get cheap tennis shoes. You're gonna get, you're gonna spend $300 on some whatever.
So like the execs or the record owners, they'll pretty much, or the people that find an artist that pretty much have an artist, see that this artist needs work in certain areas of their singing and say, Romeo, we need you to come in and work on this with them. That's pretty much how that goes.
You know what I usually do with the celebrity artists is a lot of fine-tuning technique. Like when I started working with Trey, he was about to do Between the Sheets tour with Chris Brown, and they had a bunch of one-nighters just back to back to back to back to back. So my concern with Trey was to make sure that his technique was such that he wouldn't be fatigued or wouldn't harm his voice, right? So I showed him how to put it in a proper placement, how to breathe properly. Trey has a great voice. It's just he needed some technique adjustments. He's in great physical condition, so the stamina was already there. So it was no problem for him to do the length of the show. You know what I'm saying, with breathing and things like that. I just wanted to jump in placement and technique. So then all of a sudden, I remember it was probably the first week or so that we had gotten into rehearsals with him, and he did his first full run through with the show with the band. And he came out of the rehearsal, he was like, Rome, I just went through the whole show. I feel like I could do the whole thing all over again right now. He said, usually I'm worn out right now. So that's kind of, I focus on things like that,
Okay.
Yeah, so these are techniques that make you sound more effective, but you're working less. It's technique. It's the same thing as golf, baseball, anything else. When you work less, but it looks like you're being much more effective,
Wow, that's you better talk to it. I would stop.
You can talk to my brother.
I swear I can sing. He got me so.
It's like it was just. I'm gonna say that it was just God that night, man, because you had the lights of Mark Pitts. A lot of executives was in the building that night that I met. And I wasn't studying who they was. I was just talking to Romeo. I was just talking to him.
We were straight in like rap mode in the corner because this brother gave me so much. Man, he was teaching me. Listen, like I said, man, anybody who knows me will tell you I love to learn, right? Period. I don't care how much I know. I'm always want to learn more. And when I'm talking to someone who's an expert in areas that I'm not, man, I'm like I'm 11 years old. I'm like, and this brother was spitting some stuff at me. I was like, damn. I know he probably thought I was like a kid. I was like, what? What else?
He knows the network. He don't give a damn who it is. That's him.
Because you had a lot of people. They had the Faith Evans, they had the AZs, the Donnell Jones,
John B.
You had everybody, John B. You had all of them in there. Favorite Flav, everybody was in there.
Right.
But God had just drawn me to Romeo, and I just was just talking to Romeo. You just had like we know each other all our life.
It really felt like that.
I just talking to him. I just felt like I know him all his life. So I could say, man, let me get your number. We end up, exchanging numbers, and I just figure out. I see the voice, then I see Romeo. I said, yeah.
You didn't even know. Wow.
I was shocked.
Yeah. And that's another thing, man. That's another thing that was so cool about, and that was the same thing, vice versa. When I started to follow you, I was like, okay, this brother's into some cool stuff. But it was just a brother to brother. We weren't dropping names. We weren't talking about what each other done. We were literally like, well, I'm saying we were literally, honestly, he was feeding me info. I wasn't doing that. I was like, mostly listening. But he was telling me some stuff. I was like, what? And, I just appreciate people. My whole life has been about sharing whatever I learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm just period. I've been like that my whole life. If I learn something, I want to help people. I want to bless people and share it. So, as a father, I've been a single father for many years. My sons are grown now, but, I love sharing knowledge. And of course, when I get the rare chance where I get to receive, I got excited. So, you were spitting a lot of knowledge, man. I was like, this is incredible, the stuff that it was good, valuable things about the music business because a lot of people don't realize a lot of times as an entertainer or an artist, you know, we focus so much on making sure we better our crafts that we miss a whole lot about what happens behind the scenes and what happens in the business aspect. And that's what, you know, you would give me a whole lot of knowledge on that. And that was after, you know, 30 years of me being in the business. You were still telling me some things. I was like, that's incredible. So I appreciate you for that, brother.
But I sure enough appreciate you, because at the same time, you know, Mark Pitts is a A&R executive. He signed the likes of Chris Brown, Baby Huey, everything that came from Jive Records, from the T-Pains and everybody. And this young man, he was in there. Mark was wondering why I wasn't really talking to him. I had to talk to Romeo because, Mark, I know you, but I'm talking to this brother right now.
That's what's up, man. God is good, bro.
God is good. You know, God has drawn me over there to you. You know what I mean? And I thank God for meeting you, man, and knowing you. You know what I mean? And it's a blessing, because when I looked on that TV and seen the voice and seen you on there, I said, wait a minute. What's the brother?
For sure, man.
It was an awesome thing, man. I seen, you know, the Queen Latifahs and all these folks she was working with and continue to work with, like Neo and Trey Songz, the Janet Jacksons.
Yeah, man.
You know, it was amazing, man. Then Michael, you know what I mean? Michael is like a very iconic, just iconic. Just the Jacksons itself alone.
Exactly.
I mean, and just to be in the presence of a person that then been there and done that, it's truly a blessing. You know,
it is, man. It was a blessing to be a part of that, man. But you know, the thing that is a blessing too, man, is like, you know, and we all know that in this business, man, when you find someone and you see that they're consistent in their integrity and their character, that's a valuable thing, man. Because we can meet people in this game so often, man. It's not hard to meet people who have done great things and been on great gigs and, you know, who know people and made money and all that. But it's rare that you find someone who has a character and integrity, and then you see that it's consistent over time. And that was the thing that over the years, man, my relationship with God is so tight, and our stream of communication is so clear that it doesn't take me long. My discernment tells me immediately sometimes when someone is that person. So that's why I said when our connection was like that, I'm not, to make it clear, I'm not the dude that'll sit there and talk to somebody like that for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Unless I feel this connection. I'm really very much that dude. Be like, all right, man, nice to meet you. Boom. And I'm not, you know, what's that? So like, I was so drawn into your conversation, man, and just learning a lot that I was like, man, this dude really seems like a cool guy. And then when we started following each other, I just started watching, you know, your post and listening to what you're saying. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I want that for my life. That's the one thing that I'm most proud of. When people say to me, bro, you have been consistent over the years. You still maintain who you are. You never change, you know, and because this business, man, it's all a gift to us. Everything that we've gotten is a gift from God. And sometimes people turn this into the God, you know, and I'm like, no, don't turn this into the God. Remember, this was a gift from God, you know, so share it. Just take your knowledge and share it. So that's why, like I said, man, I appreciate you, man, because from day one you were on point, and I've just seen consistency, man. A lot of times, no matter what I'm doing, if I see it pops on my computer that you're on live, I'm like, let me see what my brother talking about.
Yeah.
He's consistent. He is consistent in what he do.
And you know what was so strange about that night? Neither did I know. Well, I know he was there. Larry Jackson. You know Larry, right? Larry is the guy that did the deal from Beats by Dre with Jimmy Iovine.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know him.
Okay, Larry was there.
Damn.
And I wasn't really, you know, I know the dude because the dude was Tyrese A&R.
Okay.
I know the guy from working from, you know, at the label or whatever. But to come to find out, this same brother did a $3 billion deal.
Said knows everybody.
Yeah.
And everything.
I know.
And did any kind of, he get mad when you don't know him. Like, I don't even understand. I be with him places, and he be mad that I don't be. I be like, saying, I don't know. He be like, man, come on over here and take pictures, such and such. I'm like, saying, I don't know the person.
Hey, that's how
Listen,
he hooked
there's
that bro up.
There's a union we said, just get ready to take pictures and get ready to meet
Exactly.
everybody. He know their first and last name, what they did. He is the encyclopedia of the world's entertainment. That's
It's
why
valuable. It's valuable to have people like that in your life, bro. It's valuable. It's valuable.
You know, first thing he said when we got off the plane in LA, I got to call Romeo. I got to call him right quick. I'm like, Romeo,
I got to call him.
Yeah, because we had already been talking. We was like, man, he's like, man, I'll be in LA on this day. I'm reaching out to you. I said, I'll be there.
He remembers, man.
And guess what? My brother came out. He came out. He supported Teddy. He came out. Me, Romeo, along with my cousin DJ Ty, DJ Quick, John from Troop.
Yep.
John was so enthused and so Keith Washington.
Yeah, Keith Washington. Yeah.
They were so happy to truly meet you. I'm just keeping it real, especially John. John's a
good dude.
John like,
I can imagine how he told him
like,
too. Man,
he
that's
was like,
the person did.
bro,
You know how he talk.
Tell me, man.
You know I said, dude, I'm telling you, that's the man that's on the post. On the post.
That's the man.
I got the pictures still.
I said,
I got those pictures.
Yeah. I said, that's the man you need to meet. This is the man.
Man.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
He's in giving the accolade,
You know,
giving their flowers while they
I like
yet
to give
live.
flowers, man.
Hey.
In that.
You got them flowers from me and from the whole WMRR. You
That's
got
appreciated.
bro.
Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. And
But,
we did.
But off of that though, I need to make sure I'm gonna get your contact from Sid, because I'm now thinking about the career of singing. I think singing may be something. I know the haters are watching right now saying no, but since you told me what you told me, I think singing may be something God gave me, but he really wouldn't show. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that and let you go ahead and fix this voice of mine.
Right. Because I believe you're thinking we're gonna turn you into one of these. We're gonna turn you into a singer. These singers.
Yeah.
That's your hat there.
Yeah,
Huh?
I see the instrument.
That's your hat there.
Yeah, man. This is my company I've had for a while, actually. But
I didn't even want to
know we gotta get one of those, bro.
you know it, man.
I was just out there in Vegas, right? I forgot to hit you. I was out there, but I just came in
Vegas, man. When people come out here, it's so much for your mind to be on, taken care of, man.
Videos. I ran across Ted. You know, Ted like to go bowling and all that there, and
that's my dude, man. You know,
but I appreciate you for coming on this show. I appreciate this the brotherhood. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, bro. Listen, you in the studio? You in the studio right now?
Yeah, I'm at the house at my studio. Yeah.
So you play? Are you a musician of anything?
You know what, man? I played bass. I toured as a bass player for a few years. I was bass player for Sheena Easton, and I was bass player for Jody Watley. But otherwise, man, I just kind of played it to sequence. I ain't trying to get behind nobody, no keys or no drums or none of that. But I put my little stuff together, you know what I'm saying? And I got my little keys right there, so whatever I need to get it together, I'm definitely able to put it together nice enough that I can call my dope friends who really play keys and who really play guitar and be like, this is an idea. And they be like, I see what you're trying to do. Let me do it for real. That's how we create.
This was incredible, man. I definitely, the show ain't long enough. Like I got like 100 more questions, and I actually want to start training now, right on the air. I got a couple of notes I want to hit. I want to try some things. My DJ ain't got my song queued up, so I ain't gonna do it right now because I see it got a lot of comments and haters.
Hold on. You want me to beatbox?
Don't want me to sing. But we're gonna do this again. And we're gonna call it the karaoke. I'm gonna have you on there, and maybe we can set something up to let a few singers come on, and we can do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people that cannot sing. They think they can sing, but they can't sing. And I've been telling them, but I can't really tell them. They can't be like, so they cannot sing. Yeah, They swear to God, what they say. One of
This is how clear. This is how clear the teeth.
But,
This is how
you
clear
know,
his teeth was.
damn. He swear to God, he's just like me. We be singing hard. He play drums, but he can't sing with it. Damn, me and him. But we'll try. We'll out sing those that think they can.
Yeah, I'm the best singer up there, though. You know that I'm really the one who haven't. I
Oh, okay.
Solo, you can't hear me.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell. He said solo, you can't. I mean, you know, hey, but you got that smooth ass speaking voice, though. You never know.
When you training Erica Badu a little while back.
Nah, I never worked with Erica. I wish. I love her though, but I never worked with her. But yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a definitely fan of hers though.
But I know about Queen Latifah. Now I know about that.
Man, me and Queen Latifah, man, worked together. We've been working together for 10 years, man. I toured with her. We did like little. She featured me in the show, and you know, and then I worked with her some. But man, a lot of people don't even know how well she sings, man. A lot of people didn't know that she sings that well. I mean, a whole lot of people do know, but there are people that's like,
Queen Latifah?
Oh yeah.
Queen Latifah can sing,
I
bro.
knew she can hold a note. Like me, but I didn't know she can sing.
No, Dana can sing, man. She's got a beautiful voice. Beautiful voice.
We got Eddie Kane Jr. in the back now.
Nice.
Eddie Kane Jr.
Yeah.
See, Romeo, that's why I need you. I'm so sick of the disrespect. This is why I'm glad you're on here and I met you, man. So we can really get something going. I got me and my wife. She sang, but we need some coaching. We both need some coaching. I know we need a little bit of coaching. I know the areas. I already know the areas that we need help in.
But bro, look, you got
run out time.
right there. You right there by my brother, man. So you fam now. It's easy to get to me.
Yeah. You hear that?
That's right.
No more Eddie Kane. No more Eddie Kane.
We're gonna upgrade him.
Upgrade me.
We're gonna upgrade him. He gonna come to the part when Eddie Kane came to the church. I feel
that's right.
Going on.
Well, go ahead.
No, Romeo, man. Romeo. Listen, we're gonna do this, man. Seriously. You got me so inspired because all these years I thought I couldn't sing, and you just motivated me. Damn it, I'm going home. I'm turning the radio on. I'm singing everything.
I can help you. I guarantee you.
Yeah, he
I
need
know
that
you
help,
can.
man. 'Cause they be shining on him, man.
$300
got
an
on
hour.
stage
I
one
know you
time
can
say,
help.
man, you wish you can work it like me, but you can't.
That's
What he gonna say when he get those vocals? He ain't me.
He ain't me.
that Eddie Kane, boy.
We appreciate you, man. We definitely appreciate
you guys, man. You
I'm
guys
gonna talk to Sid about this. I think I want to do, even if we do it once a month we have because we know so many singers. I do live music, so they all be singing. But I'm gonna make them come and sing and let the professional kind of work. Let them know if they
that'll be not. Cool. I would love that.
Well, like once a month, we'll work something
man,
out. We'll
Romeo, man, we appreciate you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much,
man. God bless you, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
Give us a drop. The WMRR. Can you tell them how to give them the drop?
You're not tuned in. You're now tuned into the Let It Out Live show right here on WMRR.
Dang. Say it one more time. He was like,
see, I sang like I talk. That's the problem.
Know, right?
To help me with this breathing technique and stuff. I talk.
Say it one more time.
You're now tuned into the Let It Out Live show right here on WMRR.
You are now tuned into the Let It Out Loud show on W. Now see how people be doing all those bloopers. That's hilarious.
We're gonna take the best one. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
You are now tuned into the Let It Out Loud show on WMRR radio show.
That was good, but it was wrong.
Let
It Out Live.
Let it out. Hey, hey, Romeo.
He said that was good, but it was wrong.
Let it out loud, but mention your name first.
Let It Out Live.
Yeah, the Let It Out Live show.
Got it.
Yo.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is Ron. I can't even say my name.
What's your name?
Right, here we go.
The vocal coach.
Hey, I can sing. I can't talk. All right.
Sing it then. Put it in the song. You got piano in front of you. Put it in the song.
Right? I ain't gonna do it. Too much pressure. Here we go. It's your boy Romeo Johnson, and you are tuned in to the Let It Out Live radio show at WMRR.
Yes, sir.
Boy, you nailed that on the tee.
What? That's what I'm talking about.
Boy, I can't wait to Robert get out. I hope
Man.
that
Song. I got an R. Kelly song I always do, and everybody always requests me to do it.
Do it.
For my birthday party. Which before you go, I just need your input on this since you are a vocal coach.
Let's do it.
What song I did on my birthday party. The one R. Kelly always do. He can do the same way all the time. Everybody want him to do it.
Which one is it?
What's that one?
Is that
Do it,
one?
bro. Come on, do it.
What is it?
I don't see nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, you got it.
How I start off?
It's something I must confess.
It's something I must confess.
Yeah. How I start off? How I start off? Yeah. That part. Yeah.
Shit. Oh.
Wait a minute. How I start off though? What's the beginning?
Did you hear that, Romeo?
No,
Hold on,
I don't
hold
wanna
on,
hurt
hold
him.
on. Hey, can you come
Romeo,
on?
what? I don't want to hurt nobody.
song?
That one. What song is that one?
One second.
It's
I do so much, I don't forgot it.
Hey, Romeo,
uh
I heard something. This
my mind's telling me no.
That one.
But
Now,
my body,
oh.
my body's telling me yes. Go.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to hurt nobody. But
But
that's something that you go the show part. Yes! Hercules!
Hey, Romeo,
Yeah, man.
I just ran. I don't know this young lady from Mechanic Paint. I don't know her from Mechanic Paint.
Okay.
But I heard her say something this then. I just want you to just to hear this real quick, because
Okay, I'm all down.
Now he's a vocal coach.
He's a vocal coach.
He worked with
he worked with
everybody.
Janet Jackson, worked with Queen
Trey
Latifah, Michael
Songz.
Jackson, Trey Songz,
Be careful.
Neo.
Y'all just gonna put me on the
I'm
Yeah,
just saying, be
yeah.
very careful. It's all right. She supposed to be here talking about taxes. He'll make a sing.
Okay.
He said, "Be very careful."
I can picture us in the living room by the mantelpiece, and you're telling me you're loving me with your hands on my thighs while I'm staring in your brown eyes, and the expression on your face is telling me what that it takes. So tonight we're going all the way. We'll be loving till the break of day. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do. No.
Nice. Lots
Nice.
of yeah. I love your voice.
Well, wait a minute.
And see, this is what I'm saying.
You supposed to be here. Like she supposed to talk about taxes. We didn't even know we had a singer that came in.
See there? She about to get your taxes right and serenade you.
Right.
So
Now,
yeah,
now, Romeo, if you had to give her anything, now he's a vocal coach that's worked with everybody. I'm actually gonna try to hire him. I'm gonna get a discounted rate and figure out. I might have to book him every other week or something like that. We're gonna figure this thing out. When I look at the way my checking and my savings set up, we're gonna figure it out though. But if you had to give her any, just off that,
yeah.
that
Well,
she
first of all, she has a really nice voice. So I think that the foundation is there for sure. I love her voice. She got the feel. Just technique things. There's a couple places where I would teach her to open up the vowels a little bit, shift her placement. So sometimes she's singing in her throat where she needs to transfer it to her head. It could be adjusted really quickly. But the voice itself is really nice.
Yeah.
Now he was on The
It
Voice
caught me.
also for 4 years. Everybody that you heard on The Voice, that song, they had to go through. That he was trained. So listen, that is awesome. And what you just did, that's how I kind of want to, that once a month thing. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring them on. I'm gonna let them chime in. I'm gonna let them sing, and then we're gonna look at you and say, Romeo, go ahead and yeah.
We can do it. We can do it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm gonna have my cousin dressed up as the Sandman. So when they
Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Tag it.
Romeo,
I got the big hook.
Romeo, we appreciate you, man. Definitely.
Man. Hey man, love you brothers, man.
man, love you,
Love you
man.
too,
Love
bro.
you, man. I appreciate you, man. And
And your accomplishments are inspiring, man. And I hope you coach 50 more great singers, man. And I hope 50 more TV shows pick you up. And
My
you're
man.
the Let It Out Live show. You're our vocal coach. So when somebody come in, we got our own vocal coach. Damn it, that's what
right.
we're gonna say.
That's
If
right.
somebody come in, and can't sing, we got a vocal coach that we recommend all singers, because that's all we talk about on this show is music and life.
I
Music
love
and life. Music is so universal. Every
it. It's it.
culture, that's our way. What you said in the beginning, how we communicate. It's music, every level. That's one thing that would never, from the beginning of time. That's communication
No
on
doubt.
every nationality. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this show is about. Music first, and then life. We throw different topics out there, but music is everything. So we're definitely happy to have you. Hope you come back, man.
It's my
Shout
pleasure,
out.
man. You guys hit me up anytime, man. Your fam.
man, we love you again, man. I gotta tell you that, man. I appreciate you, and it's an honor. That's just to know you, man.
Man, I
Always,
love you guys
bro.
too, brother. Let's keep it strong,
All
man.
right.
Keep it in prayer, man. Be
All
safe out there, brothers.
You
All
too,
right,
my
appreciate
brother.
you, Romeo.
All right, take care, man.
All right.
Man, you come in and make the girl sing, man. The girl we came here to sing, man. She come here to talk about taxes and business. But Craig, I'm talking about taxes. Why I keep saying taxes?
But
Oh, you know why I keep talking about taxes? Why I keep talking about
But,
taxes?
you know-
I don't know. I think we got somebody coming up
you
talking about
know-
taxes soon.
I'm gonna say it like this, right?
That was awesome. And you picked a song that
You know,
don't
things
you
happen
you
for
pick
a
one of those
reason,
songs that nobody
for a
don't really be singing. That ain't like a go-to song.
No, but I'm saying
That was like
you know,
just an off.
right. But it was coincidence that she was singing Kiki song.
We just said, we
We
just
were
said that.
talking about Kiki.
Well, I just said she's one of the best.
Kiki
hands
is
down,
one
She crazy, but she is the best vocalist.
vocalist.
Period. And I
I
wish
have
somebody
seen.
say it ain't right now. So underrated.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Oh, nobody can hit those
I'ma
notes
say
like she
this.
do.
I'm gonna say this. When I first met Kiki Wyatt,
Mike.
Kiki Wyatt was being Kiki Wyatt. If you know Kiki, she's a very fun, loving person. But sometimes the elevators don't go all the way to the top.
Yeah, she crazy. I said that in the beginning. She crazy, but her singing.
I was wondering what was going on because we were at the show and I'm hearing somebody back there screaming. I thought somebody was messing with her. I go back there, she talking to herself.
No, she was arguing with that other member.
What's going on here? But talent is talent.
Talent is talent, brother.
And I like to thank my brother Sid from Shad Management.
What's
one
up,
of the
bro?
True brothers.
I said that, definitely said, man.
Sid,
Appreciate you
we
being
love
here
you,
with
man.
us,
We
man.
appreciate you, man.
But I don't appreciate that. Can't nobody saying like Eddie Kane gonna come in.
Hey, we got to give a shout out to Katina also. Too.
Shout out to Katina, man. That's my girl. You know what I mean?
Elise.
Hip hop Elise. But Katina, that's my girl. She called me. She like said. And I be like, yeah, whatever you need, just come on. We'll do it. And when I come down there with Jacquees, I'm coming down with Jacquees and Tank.
We'll be there.
I'm coming. And when I come, I already done told Frankie, I'm coming on stage with him. I'm coming on stage with him. So they go say, before I let go, I'm gonna say my little verse and get out the way. But make a long story short, shout out to JP Entertainment. Shout out to my girl Yolanda over there, Yolanda Denson. Shout out to my boy Lavelle, Rodney Poe.
What's good, brother?
Lavelle hit single Y. Shout out T-Rex, man. All my R&B.
Hey, we got to give a big shout out to Hollywood Slime.
Yeah, shout out Hollywood Slime. I've been in the studio all day. I came
shout
from
out
the
to
studio, had to rush home, hear some, and had to run to Home Depot and come straight to the radio station. Because my dad told me one thing, and it always stuck with me. He said, if your word ain't nothing, you ain't nothing. So I'm gonna keep my word, and when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Only thing gonna stop me from doing it is tragedy, and I ain't looking for tragedy because, hey man, everything's gonna happen, man. It ordained to happen. You know what I mean?
That's
Shout
right.
out to this brother back here, man. He
Yeah,
gonna come drop some jewels and knowledge, man. I'm gonna sit back.
Before
I
we get
wanna
into our
learn.
topic, at least before we get into our, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna touch on that crazy debate last night. But we're gonna go
Yeah.
ahead since he's here and they ready.
I mean,
We're gonna get them in here.
I'm getting out the way. I'm gonna sit back because I want to learn myself.
Yeah.
You
I
know
think
what I mean?
everybody, listen, if you on here, if you chimed in right now, if you're gonna look at it tomorrow, whenever you're gonna look at it, make sure you share this. We finna get the jewels right now on why credit is important. Everything you need to know about your credit, black folks and all folks, but definitely colored folks. Listen, we got the man in here. Get this knowledge right now while you can. Him and his partners here, and they're gonna introduce themselves and they're gonna tell us everything we need to know about credit. I'm gonna learn myself, and I'm gonna try to get some free stuff. You know, we always trying to get free stuff. Since he on the show, I need a free some giveaway or something. And then we're gonna try to get you to purchase his or invest in his business of what they got going on here, talking about credit. And they said, do you got good credit? Wow, I need to ask my DJ too. After ask my DJ too, he has good credit. So we need to figure out why credit is important. What is gonna help with? I know he's finna give it all because I got a million questions and I'm finna drill them like a drill sergeant. Make sure you talk directly in your mic because people gonna want to hear you. What's up? This is my friend too, so not just business, but he is also my friend. So I appreciate him coming on the show, doing this interview, and we're gonna get into it. He got his business partner with her. We already know. We already saw that she can sing, and she's just got an awesome attitude. Because for her to come here to talk about credit and not get on the mic and start singing, that was incredible. I would have said, hell no, I came to talk about credit. You didn't even make me sing, but she didn't mind. So shout out to her. I don't know her name yet, but we finna find out. Duran, what's up, brother? You my brother from another mother. Definitely drums, band, and all around. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself and then introduce his partner, and then go. He has the flow.
Hello, good people. Good evening.
Bring mic down. So I'm gonna see.
Oh, okay.
They listen better.
Now, am I supposed to use my radio voice or
use both?
My football?
Know when to do radio and know when.
Well, good evening, everybody. You know, my name is Duran. I am the credit emissary. You can follow on Facebook or IG. This here is my business partner, Tacovia Calvin. Go ahead. Go.
I am Tacovia Calvin, also a credit coach as well as a realtor.
Oh, we listen. I said that. I say like that because we're starting to do once a month. We have realtors come in with lenders, and we got a segment we do with that. I have a girl named Tish. She's our realtor girl, and she brings the finance person with her. But it's good to have a realtor in the house because we make a touch on that a little bit too, man.
Okay, definitely.
That's it. So we're here, to help our people to win. That's basically the name of the game. We're winning. And we live in a day and an age where, say cash is king, but credit is power. And we should know that credit nowadays determine everything. Where you live, what you eat, what you drive, so on and so forth. What interest rates you're going to be paying. And, matter of fact, it's got to a point where you can't even live some places if you got bad credit.
Wow.
Community, when they run that background check, and they do that credit, and you get denied. No, you can't. You can't stay in this community because you don't have what it takes. You don't have the prerequisites, if you will. So we're here, man, just to help educate, and that's what it's all about. We possess a passion to help people, and I believe that that's where my biggest blessing comes in at, being blessed to be a blessing. And if I can help people win, that's the law of reciprocity. And so since we're talking about credit, man, it's so important in today's society, because now when we learn credit is just not for today, but it's generational. it's big. It's generational because once we learn and everything, then we can pass those nuggets and that information down to our kids. And now our kids can learn, and kids. So we need to talk about leaving inheritance. Well, that's part of it. Now I don't know about you guys, but when I grew up, and God knows I love my family. My family is my backbone. That's man. I love my grandmama and them.
Don't we all?
Right.
My grandmama and them too.
Right.
Yeah.
And I grew up, it was church, work, home, school for me. And this is no knock on my parents or any of my uncles or aunties, but my parents were only taught what they were taught. And that's how you talk about generation. So I'm a generation. My parents are a generation. My grandparents are a generation. Again, we were only taught what they were taught. So along with the story of it is that I wasn't taught about credit.
Wow. Me either. I wasn't taught about it. It wasn't. I can't lie and say I was taught it. I don't think my mom was taught it. I think, like you said, generation. We just, we knew what we knew,
right?
And what we didn't, we didn't. And it wasn't a big thing. One of my main questions I was going to ask you: what's happened recently that made this credit phenomenal go crazy? It's like the season we in right now. Maybe the last 6 months, it just went. Everybody went on a crazy credit phenomenon. Like all kind of businesses, companies, and different people opened up businesses for credit pushing, and it made it kind of seem saturated to what you didn't really want to even deal with it because you're thinking it's all about the money come up. It started looking like, I'm just saying recently, not taking away from the importance of credit because everything you're saying is absolutely true. I'm just giving it to you how maybe some listeners or viewers see it, that it became like, the money thing that everybody doing right now, pay 100, get 500, pay 500, get this. It became like that, a hustle. So everybody got into it and it made it saturated to where people were like, nah, that ain't nothing real. That's just something, a big come up. Because everybody's saying they credit helpers now. Everybody is in the credit helper game.
Right.
What took place that made that happen? And is it a real movement, or is it that an owner of a company, multiple owners of companies came out and said, we're gonna make it like a pyramid? Is that what happened, or is it legitly people actually getting their credit fixed?
You want to talk?
Well, I will say, I think, like you said, we didn't know what we didn't know. And at this point in time, as we're coming into adulthood and we have the millennials, it, like Duran was saying, it determines literally your quality of living. It even determines the academic, the type of education your children receive, because based on where you live determines that level of education.
That's true.
So it's a matter of us realizing, and even from a real estate standpoint, there are communities that you can't even rent from. Just like Duran said, these HOAs are requiring you to have a 700 credit score.
Right.
When in essence, for an FHA loan as a first-time home buyer, it only requires that you have a 580. So it's just a matter of us not having that liquidated asset to be able to sustain what our parents already had. Because, grandma had a house, so now it's at a point in time where we were so comfortable renting that now that rental market is depreciating because we're trying to rent again, and we can't get into the community that we want to get into because we don't have the credit to substantiate that quality of living.
Makes sense.
So even if you have the income, you don't have the credit score. That's why he's saying cash is king, but credit is power. Because you have no way of leveraging your credit reputation until you actually take the time to fix it.
No, I totally agree with that. Me and my wife just purchased a car, the one that we are financing, and what is that? It determined, the credit determined how much more we were gonna pay.
Right.
As far as putting down,
right.
As far as what payments are gonna be, it's the $100 or $200 difference in payments, the $1,000 or $2,000 difference in deposit. Right. So credit that we got figured out. Credit is substantial. We must start taking our credit more serious. Okay, so now we got that figured out. How do we do that? What do we need to do?
I just want to touch this too.
Go ahead.
So for the people that may be on the board, on the fence, well, is it legit? Let me just touch that real quick.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, perfect.
No, it's not legit. It's legit. It's the real deal. Because I guess without credit, you go try to apply for something with jet or credit. Let's see how successful you are in getting it.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Now the thing about it is that you have different companies, so on and so forth. I don't want to call any names. Then you have independent people that do it. The bottom line is that we're in a place where we want to see people win, and we live in a day in society where credit is everything. And so, me personally, just a little testament of my story. It was a bruise to my ego. Me and my from years ago back. I made the money, I did pretty well, God gave me the skill sets, the talent, really, I was making a treasure. However, I went to apply to get a vehicle, no bueno. So the loan officer was like, okay, well, you got an extra 15 to two grand. I was like, in my mind, I'm already dropping 5.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You got an extra 15 to 2 grand. I was like, okay, well, I know I have it, but I didn't really necessarily want to touch that.
Right.
That extra 15 to 2 grand only takes about $20, $30, $10 to $30 off of your car payment.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's you hit it on the head, the nail on the head.
So whereas, and if let's put it in this perspective, my game plan, let me drop this 5. My payment's gonna be like $450. $500 range. I got this $1,500 in excess because I know this is gonna carry me for the next couple months. And everything. So, but I'm like, well, in order to get in this vehicle, because this is what I wanted, I needed to put in an extra. Now that bruised my ego. I couldn't get the car that I really wanted, that I worked hard.
Right.
All because my
selling. Now you're selling.
I had to settle.
Yeah.
And I had to get a vehicle that ended up paying off, and some years later. But it was a bruise to my ego because I'm like, well, I got the bank, I got the money, I have the resources,
but the credit.
And the credit is simply, trust.
That's right.
Matter of fact, you know me, we've been knowing each other for years, and I look at it like this: if I say, hey, Marcus, and let me borrow $20, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A stranger asks you, can they borrow $20? Who you gonna let borrow $20?
The person I know.
Right.
I know him. I know how to find him. I've been around him. So it's the trust. Everything you see,
it comes down to trust.
So credit is
your reputation.
Your reputation.
Exactly. And
okay.
that says a lot.
Now obviously we know what credit is. Okay. So now what are you guys a part of that actually deals with credit, and how does it work? How do people see you? What gets done when they come to you? Give me the whole blueprint.
So in short, you want to take it? We'll tag team. Yeah, and when I hit you together, you go right.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. This is an open format, y'all. Ain't no laws to this.
Right.
Open format. But I guarantee people gonna get the questions asked. And if you're looking right now, if you have any questions, post your questions. If you got any questions about credit, post your questions. Right now, listen, like you said, Bruce Eagles, I'm in the process of actually helping my mom get her credit better, getting ready to purchase a crib. And even my mom is stepping her game up, getting her credit better. Somebody's been working on her job 30-something years.
Right.
Got money, got the backing, listen, since you're talking about credit, we got time. We ain't got to rush. What you're saying is absolutely correct. To walk in knowing I got the money, I got the history on my job,
right?
Been there 30-something years, so they know you got a steady income. That's one of the things they want to make sure,
right?
Your income to cover what their mortgage get ready to be.
Right.
They want to know how long you've been there, knowing that you're gonna still be there.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what determines that bank and that interest rate that bank is getting ready to give you that money is credit.
Right.
Credit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she can get the mortgage right now, but guess why she won't get it right now? And what's being worked on? Her credit. Why?
Low
Because the interest rate that the bank wants to give her,
You
we
get
don't
settled.
want that.
They want to
Right.
settle for.
we want to present better credit numbers
Absolutely.
so they give us a better interest rate.
And that's
Right.
a great segue right here. We as a people, we want to live. There's nothing wrong with attaining your dream. I tell everybody to go for your dream.
Right.
But sometimes we gotta prioritize and sacrifice.
Right.
What blows my mind is irks me, and this is for my own people, my own camp. Brother, ain't nothing wrong with looking good. Being looking on for the gram or whatever have you. You do what you do, to each his own. However, look at your circle. If you can't sacrifice, I'm telling you right, if you follow me and you got jacked up credit, then I'm here to help you. Bottom line is that we have to sacrifice. We'll put away for 250, 300 for some J's or
Anything we
purse,
want.
you know, a nice fit. Oh, I got an all-white party coming up. I'm about to get my hair done. Guess what? That is temporal. That event gonna last you 4, 6, 2 hours a day. You invested, you saved up money, you sacrificed for one day. Why not take that same money, that same mindset to sacrifice a couple 4 to 6 months to get your credit right? That's
Okay.
going to carry you. It's going to put you in position. Listen, I just need to sit at the table. That's going to put you in position. So when they run that credit, you see, oh wow, now you've gotten the help that you need. Now you increase from 4, 6, and 500s. Now you in the 700s. Guess what? Your whole world changes. You have a lot. I tell you what, I'm blessed to be in a place where now I can eat anywhere I want. There was a point in time in my life that I had to, God help me, I had to go to Winn-Dixie and I had to load up on oodles and noodles, peanut butter and jelly, and other things that I know to carry me just so that I can eat. My options were limited. Do you know what the feeling that is? When you know, if you go out, we don't go to all them been out, we out with the family and everything. We go out to the place like, oh no, I can't even go over $10. Let me see what's on this appetizers that I can get.
Yeah.
But we want to be a part of the fellowship,
Right.
and we want to eat like everybody eating, but we can't because of reality. It's the same thing with our credit. When you have options, you have good credit, you have the whole menu. I can eat T-bone steak. Let me get that. Matter of fact, let me get an extra side of that because now my options are open because I have the resources. Same thing with your credit. When you have piss poor credit, your options are limited. You're not going to get the help that you, or I won't say the help because that's where we come in at. We have a heart to help people win. And when I post about not just, a lot of my customer clients, such as Kobe as well, seeing people win to get their houses and their cars, things that they've been working hard for, things that when they were counting out, but having that heart to help and compassion to help people, you know what? That's what we're here for. And I'm tagged.
Yeah, it's just when you have the credit rating, the conversation is different. It goes from you being the one making the coffee to them asking you, how do you like your coffee? So it's time to stop looking like you got it and to really have it. And
Right.
like he said, it does take some sacrifices. I talk to my clients all the time. What's the goal? They contact me and they say, Coco, I need help with my credit. Okay. How bad is it? What's on your credit that's impacting your score? And a lot of people don't even know what's
No,
on
you're
their
right.
credit.
You're right. You're
A
so
lot
right.
of us don't even know what our credit score
Those that
is.
listen to us right now, you probably couldn't even tell us the last time you looked at your credit. When was the last time you looked at your credit or your credit score? Do you know your credit score? Say it. Do you know your credit? I ain't throwing you on the spot like that. I'm just talking. Do you know your credit score? DJ Ty, do you know your credit score? Do you know what's on your credit? Marcus, myself, do you know? Viewers, we're scared of a few things. I'm gonna tell you what discouraged me, and this is my own testament, like you gave yours. I was working on my credit, and I'm smart enough to know a little bit the basics of. I'm not gonna say I'm an expert, but I know pretty much how it goes. So I was working on it myself, And something so stupid, but I may not be the only one have this stupid thought. I looked at my credit, and child support goes on your credit. It don't go on your credit when you make payments. It go on your credit when you don't make payments. Totally discouraged me. Listen, I'm giving my story. I was working on my credit, got credit cards to build the credit. I know you need to show transactions. You need to show that history. Immediately when I saw child support on the, I got discouraged. I say, what am I doing this for? Because that ain't going nowhere. That's gonna be on there forever. And I ain't planning on paying them everything anyway. They ain't gonna never get it to the wheels fall off.
Right.
As far as everything, they gonna get what they get for the next 18 years just to keep everything floating. I'm just giving it real. I know it's other men.
Right?
Keep me out of jail. And hopefully keep my license where they spend that every month. But you know, it is what it is. But that is what discouraged me with credit.
Right.
That's my discouragement. I don't have a lot of stuff on my credit. A lot of people my mom was in the same situation when we finally got her layout of the stuff she had on there. My mama had under, and I don't want to put her business out there, but it's not nothing deep. Under $1,000 of stuff that was on her credit. Maybe 3 to 4 things. And some of it wasn't even real. It was just her needing to contact people. Went years thinking, oh, my credit is terrible. My credit is terrible. It was. But it was only because of the little simple stuff that was on there that needed to be either paid or worked out. Right. Most of the time, you can work it out because people just want you to give them something. They can say you owe them $1,000. They'll work it out and say, well, give me $200 and we'll give me $300 and we'll go ahead and squash it.
Right.
People don't know this, guys.
Right.
So this is what you guys are for.
Right.
People that's watching not right now, or even myself, probably never knew the simplicity of how to get your credit back on track. So you guys are here to tell us exactly what needs to be done step by step. What group are you part of? How do you become your clients? And what gets done when you join or hire you guys to fix the credit? That's what people want to know. And that's what I know you guys are here to tell them. So walk us through the steps.
Okay.
Why we need you guys. Like you said, you want to see us win. I got that already from you. So one thing I know before you leave here is your statement. I want to see you win. What else is it? Give me, if I want to join you guys right now, tell me, why do I need you guys to help me? How do you help me? What does it cost me?
All right.
Yeah, I know y'all playing tag team.
Okay. So we are a partner with Financial Education Services.
Okay.
We are a company that focuses not only on fixing your credit,
Okay.
but educating you upon it being repaired. You need to know how to maintain it.
Okay.
Because that's ultimately the important part. A lot of people think because they're not using credit that it's better for them. But not using credit doesn't help you to establish that reputation that lenders like to see when it comes to the risk factor of loaning you any amount of money for a car, a house, a credit card, any of those things. That lenders want to see at least 2 years of credit history. And that's on-time payments. Your payment history is 35% of your credit score. So if you don't have a payment history where you don't have any open revolving accounts or any
listen, people,
accounts,
listen, because this is
you
facts.
Don't have that 35%. So you're already at a 65. So you're already at a D. You're already failing.
Yeah.
So that's important, and making those payments on time.
So when you say I'm the reason I'm digging, because I want to make it plain as can be for the I'm not gonna say dummies, but hey,
Break it down
for
to
the
the break
lowest
pads.
degree people that really don't get it.
Right.
Revolving credit. When you say revolving, explain what that is.
Revolving
You need to have
credit.
something.
Sure. Revolving credit is credit cards. Okay. Any type of credit card account. Lenders like to see a good mixture. And what that means is you need to have at least a department store card, a standard credit card when it comes to like car rentals and stuff like that. They also want to see installment accounts. They want to see
What's
a
an
good
installment? What is that?
An installment account is basic revolving credit. I'm gonna go back to revolving.
Okay.
Revolving is where you have a different amount. So you don't have a set amount as far as what you pay on a monthly basis, because it depends on how much usage you have.
That would be like more of a credit card.
Right.
Okay.
So an installment account is your car note,
Okay.
where it's a set amount every month. You know exactly what that bill is, whether it be your student loan or whether it be your car note or your mortgage.
Okay,
Is
that's
an
good.
installment
That's good.
account.
Installment revolving. We get listen. I'm even learning because I thought I knew something, but I really didn't know what the difference. I knew it was both attached to credit, but that's the
Right.
difference in revolving
Right.
and installment.
Right.
Okay, you want to, and you say a mixture is good to
A
have.
good mixture,
Reason I'm
right.
going over this and saying it over and over again because people run from credit cards.
Right.
I had to force my mom to get a credit card because
Right.
so many people are us. We got this. I ain't getting no credit. They send me them credit
Right.
card things, say I'm pre-approved. I ain't getting no credit. They're just trying to get me in debt. That's
Right.
our mentality, guys.
Right.
And it's not because we don't know, it's because it's what it's been portrayed.
Right.
Credit cards are no good. They're trying to put you in debt. But
Right.
now you're teaching us that
Right.
it's actually
It's actually a
needed.
benefactor.
It's
Right.
huge.
It's necessary because if you're not using those type of accounts, what is reporting positively
That's good.
for you
What
on a
history you
monthly
got?
basis?
None.
Yeah,
Right.
Because what else? I mean, you go get gas. Ain't nobody reporting that.
That
Right.
goes back
Right.
to when I asked you, loan me $20. You gonna let me get it or somebody else off the street? Because
Right.
of the history that we have
Right.
with each other.
Right.
You know what? You'll let me get it
Right.
because of the
their
history.
Right.
That's what it is.
You-
And LCD, lowest common denominator. That's what it boils down to when you get to these
Right.
lenders.
Right.
What's your history?
Right. And they don't know you from a can of paint, but they see this score and that is your ultimate reputation.
Okay.
You know, it's just like when we're looking for a car, we don't want a car with a lot of miles on it, right?
Right.
So they don't want a lender with the risk factor of not paying this particular loan back on top of the interest rate that they're charging you. So
Okay. Speaking of interest rate, I'm glad you went there because credit history, well, payment history
mhm.
is just as important. Listen, I've been there before. I'm putting myself on Front Street. Matter of fact, look, I'm putting myself on top of the list.
Right.
You know, not number one, but on top of the list. You know how you have a folder, you got the clothes
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
No, I'm the folder. You know,
Gotcha.
you
Gotcha.
know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I'm the folder number one.
Absolutely. That's what
You know
we
what I mean?
want. Real.
I used to be there. You know what?
Mhm.
Shucks, man. They're on this due date, and let me get this interest rate. I ain't gonna pay. I'm just gonna pay the minimum. Let me just pay the minimum. Let me just pay the minimum. And I'm skating by just paying the minimum
Right.
while I'm paying the interest rate.
Right.
I
23%.
don't, that's what it is. Not just that mindset. It's our minds. No, they want to put you in debt, get these credit cards. No,
Yeah, that's
what's
what we've been
happening
thinking
is that
forever.
it's your utilization.
Right.
When you go, man, boy, I gotta.
Because you get that $2,000 card
Hold
approved.
on,
Don't
let's-
mean
let's
you
You
need to.
max
Let's
out.
not even go there. Let's go to 500.
Right. We go small because you get the 500 approved. You often I got the know. It's
Right.
it's still a way to do that. It's a
Right.
way to
You stay
Under
under
30%.
30% usage at all
say that
times.
again.
Under
Explain
30%.
that.
Under 30%.
$500 card.
Right.
Explain the under 30. Like what?
500 times 30%, that's the max that you can use on a monthly basis. So if you have a $500 type of card, whether it be secured or unsecured, we're going to tap on that as well because a lot of people don't understand the differences. But if you have a $500 credit card, you would basically just fill up with gas
Yeah.
monthly and pay that off in full. A lot of credit card companies will tell you to keep a revolving balance. That's so that they're able to charge you that interest rate. You don't want to do that. You don't want to carry a balance because that's also reported to the credit bureau. And that also lets credit, when you use more than that 30%, it looks like you're living above your means,
Your risk. Right.
your risk.
Did y'all hear that? I need y'all to hear that because that just taught me something. I didn't know it was 30%, and I didn't know. I thought, which is this is so good. I thought you was supposed to carry over some balance. I thought that just made sense. You do not want to carry over the balance, she says, and they say you want to pay it off completely. That is
Before
information
the due
for you
date.
before the
Before
due
the
date.
due date.
I just told somebody not to do that. I'm correcting myself right now on the Let It Out Live show. You're hearing it right here. Pay that card completely off before the due date. Do not listen to the creditors tell you to let it some last on there, let some stay on
That's
there.
how
Right.
the banks make money.
Right. If you're carrying if you're not carrying a balance, they can't charge you that ridiculous interest rate because you're charged an interest rate based on the amount that you carry over.
Okay.
So if you're not carrying over, you're actually saving yourself. So yeah, just
So we got the card, we got the revolving, and we got the
installment.
installment. card. You said you was gonna touch on the difference
The
of
unsecured
secure
and
and
the secured.
unsecured.
Okay, so the unsecured card is basically when you have a decent credit rating. A secured card is basically when you're trying to reestablish or establish some level of credit history. You usually have to pay some amount for that. I know lenders like Capital One will approve you for like a $300 or $500 type of card, but I think you pay like $99 depending on how bad the credit is.
Right.
But it is a necessary component to establishing that relationship, because again, if you don't have anything reporting, you don't have a chance of crawling out of that hole that you put yourself in. And again, a lot of us started out behind the 8 ball. Before we actually understood what credit was, we had bad credit.
Right.
So because again, our parents didn't know and couldn't necessarily give us those nuggets to help us to reestablish ourselves. And it's unfortunate that the moment that a student or a child graduates from high school and goes into college and gets student loans, they get all kind of credit card offers before they're even able to understand credit, and they're already in debt because of these student loans. So it's debt on top of debt because they don't have the necessary knowledge.
And these are things that traditional education don't teach us.
Right.
So okay.
Out of all the math that I don't tuck in school, that we don't tuck in school, tell me which one of your professors, teachers, talk to you about
zero
credit?
Zero.
None.
I mean, we're talking about stuff where everybody can relate to.
Right.
This goes back to
So what about
validation.
What about the other? Mine was the child support. Somebody else on is the hospital bills.
Okay. Well,
Because
people
everybody think, man, when they get them hospital bills on, there ain't nothing you can do. I mean, at that point, just let it flow, because ain't nothing you can do.
What
And they don't think it hurts that bad either.
Yeah. What people don't even understand is that medical bills aren't even supposed to be reported on your credit. It's a violation of your HIPAA laws.
Okay, I don't want you to give it all right now. I want you to give it all, but I don't want you to give it all because I want people to need you, and they try to get it all themselves. You know, some of us think, okay, I got it now. I can go back. And hey, I'm gonna call in the creditors. Hey man, I heard y'all no. We need y'all services for that. That's what the professionals do.
But they still have to understand the verbiage, because there's a way to do it. You can't just call them and say, look, you're a violation of my HIPAA laws.
Right. And that's what I feel like the viewers will do
like
right
that.
now. I feel like viewers will do that and be
They,
like,
they,
hey.
they could try, but it is going to be a short-lived
conversation.
situation.
Right. Okay, so.
But yeah, so within our company, we have credit attorneys that understand the loopholes in the law
and deal with that
on the consumer side.
Okay.
So we dispute everything based on the Fair Credit Reporting Act, because a lot of these things that are reported on your credit aren't supposed to be on your credit. It's supposed to be verified through you before it even appears on your credit. But the Fair Credit Reporting Act was enacted because that's not what's happening. So that law states that you as a consumer have the right to dispute any and every derogatory item on your credit. And they have the burden of proof where they have to provide original signatures to the credit bureau to substantiate whatever's on your credit report. And if they're not willing or able to do that within a 30 to 45 day cycle, it has to be deleted.
That I knew.
So we dispute by the law. So it doesn't, So we dispute based on the law, so it can't come back. A lot of companies, a lot of people dispute. And, like you said, there's a plethora of.
Oh, man, it went crazy. Like, for
credit,
some reason,
credit repair
the last
people.
4 months, it went crazy. Like, everybody got it. Like, it's like it's not even, when
authentic.
Yeah, it's like everybody started doing it. So you're like, man, everybody gonna have good credit. Then that's the case. The whole world gonna have good credit, because everybody talking about, when you look on social media, everybody was talking about, oh yeah, I'm the credit fixer. Man, when you became a credit, I'm just showing you how this works. Tomorrow, Sad was on. I be gonna say it every day, and then tomorrow, Sad on there saying, "Yeah, I fix credit." I'm looking like, nigga, I was with you every day. I ain't never see you fix no credit. Now you fix credit, and that's what make it authentic.
Right.
So I'm glad you guys are here explaining that. Okay, so what was it? Okay, we're not even gonna deal with what was the movement. Go ahead, Sid. Okay, well, say it, just say it, because he's not on the mic.
So
I know
the
you
cable
guys are
bill was
listening.
in your name.
What happens if you're a child and someone puts something in your name when you're a child and you're not even at that point yet of doing credit? That was the question.
So
Okay.
basically,
question.
whether it was mom or grandma or whoever did it, it's basically a form of identity theft, which is easily disputed, especially when you were a minor. So it's easy to remove those type of situations. We can even remove child support from your credit report.
Listen, you're hired. Don't worry about it. I mean, you don't even got to talk. We can end the show, but I want to help people. But really, I'm thinking about myself right now.
So yeah,
Duran, I'm one, you're hired, and I want to be on the team. I think I can help people with fixed credit too. Now, don't say, well, Marcus, you just said you're gonna see me tomorrow, and now Marcus talking about he fixed credit. Don't worry about it. I'm being taught by great people right now. But no, definitely.
So yeah,
I'm utilizing you guys.
So some of the you want to piggyback on some of the things that we can have removed from your credit report?
I mean, you talking about repossessions,
foreclosures, bankruptcies, evictions,
tax liens, evictions. I mean,
child support.
Basically anything that's negative.
Friends every time you say it.
Erroneous. Matter of fact, and just to touch bases on piggyback what she said, a lot of times your credit got jacked up. He bought the files from you. It's still on your report. But when this entity bought the files from you, he didn't purchase the original everything, but it's still on your credit. So we go to dispute any erroneous, anything. If a letter, if your name is
misspelled,
it
gotta come
like
up.
my name is Duran, Durran, and it is for the Duran coming off. If you miss a letter,
it has to be completely accurate. And did you know that anything that's in a collection status, you don't owe?
No, okay. Let me touch on that, because I done cussed plenty of people out by this one. This is what I was told, and it makes sense. This is this wasn't even what I was taught by credit. This is just common sense. If I owed you, being the company, right? So what companies doing, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. This is my little thought of what I think happens. Companies sell off debts.
That's correct.
So when they sell their debt to a company and they sold that debt, it's no longer a debt. There's no way, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. There's no way the buyers can turn around and call me and say, yeah, we're calling because of this account that you just use the example K. If I got an account with K and K Jr. sold my account, how the hell I owe them?
You don't.
Still, if they sold my account,
You
they got
don't.
paid for the debt. Not the other company. That's not even legal, is it?
But you know what? What they do is it's kind of like when a car gets repoed. The bank repos a car, and when they sell it at the auction, they're not going to get what the actual car was worth,
or what they feel
or
like
what the contract was worth that they
Mhm.
substantiated with you, right? They're going to sell it to the highest bidder.
Right.
And that's how these collection companies work. They buy this debt for like $25, $50, and they are so willing to offer you a settlement. So they've bought, let's say, for instance, you had a cell phone with AT&T.
Listen, this thing getting juicy, people.
Let's say you had two cell phones with AT&T. They charged you an early termination fee, and you had an outstanding bill. Let's say that bill was $1,000 for the sake of numbers. ABC Collection Company comes along. You went to Verizon or what have you. ABC Collection Company comes along, buys that debt for $25. They send you this letter saying, "Oh, we're willing to settle the account for $500. And guess what you do? You submit this $500 because it's half of what you really owe, right? And that collection still stays on your account. So it still stays on your report. So it served no purpose of you giving them $500 when in essence they bought it for $25. So in essence, they've made $475 in profit off of you, and it's still on your credit report. So it hasn't impacted your score in any way, shape, or form. What it has done is seal the deal for any lender who pulls your report that, yeah, you finally paid something on it, but you paid less than what was owed, so you're still a high risk. So what was the point? You might as well kept that $500 in your pocket and went to South Beach and bought a bottle and, I mean, threw it up. because you don't owe ABC Collection Company. When they contact you, they say this is an attempt to collect a debt. Any information will be used for that purpose. The reason they're saying that is because they're taught and trained to keep you on the phone, to get you to admit to that debt, so that now they have a legal right to bill you because you've owned it on a recorded line. But if you never own it, they don't have a right to bill you.
So, in other words, when you get somebody calling y'all, don't validate anything. Yeah, I need this, such. Speak to Marcus. Wrong number.
Right, because the contract was not with ABC Collection Company. It was with AT&T. So the person that you owe is AT&T, and in essence, when they sold that debt, the government forgave them for that debt and wrote it off as bad. How do they word it? As bad.
But it's a write-off.
Right.
So
it's a tax write-off. So it's not hurting AT&T. It's hurting you. But in essence, you could dispute that and easily get it removed because ABC Collection Company doesn't have the original documents with your signature substantiating any of that $1,000 that they're trying to build.
But who actually put it on your credit? Did AT&T put it on there before they sold it?
No. ABC Collection Company has the right to put it on there, but you also have the right to dispute it based on the Fair Credit Reporting Act because they didn't have a legal right.
So why would knowing? I know the answer kind of, but I'm gonna ask it for the viewers. Why would knowing that what you just said, if I owned the company that did that bought that, why would I own that company knowing that really people gonna find out that they ain't gotta pay it and now they ain't gonna never pay the debt?
Because what you don't know does hurt you.
I knew the answer to that. I just asked because if I owned the company,
if they can make free money, then why not?
That's amazing. Wow. Okay. I don't want y'all to give all the jewels because it'll make people feel like we know us. We hear it and we feel like we do it ourselves.
Right.
I know.
So how do we deal? How do we? So now, when we as clients need help, walk me through what happens. We come to you guys. Hey, Durant, my credit jacked up. I need your help.
I'm asking you a question to see, number one, what's your why?
Right.
Okay.
That's me first. So we can help. I mean, I can help. I got I'm the plug.
Right.
But I want to know your why.
Right.
Because when I understand your why, we're not wasting each other's time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I know if you're really serious about doing this thing, and if you're serious, then guess what? We're gonna put the pedal to the metal. And we're gonna make it happen. So I understand. Let me find out your why. What are you trying to do? Mm-hmm. House, home, with a car, whatever have you. Do you know what your credit report is on your credit score is? Do you know what's on your credit?
Right.
You should always know what's on your credit.
Right.
Your credit is your financial DNA.
Right.
It's just like going to your primary care.
Right.
Going to get a physical.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know everything, blood cells, so on and so forth. Guess when we go to get a physical, it's lengthy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Cholesterol, dictate
blood
pressure, everything.
Right.
Same thing is with your credit report. You need to know what's on there. So we know how to move. Now, the company is the experts. What we do, let's just say we use the Fair Credit Reporting Act, but we're much more than credit repair.
We're education.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is what separates us from others.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, because
that's what people gonna want to know.
Right.
There's so many people doing it right now.
Right.
So I used to be with a firm, a law firm. I'll leave it at that.
Nope, them.
Yeah.
And this was all before I became a part of the company, and I was paying them like 100 change a month.
Mm-hmm.
I was with them for like 8 months, and my credit barely budged.
Right.
So what were they doing?
Nothing.
Or what they claimed they were doing?
Nothing. So this is the thing. Let me show our process is that we dispute everything all at once, all at the same time with Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian.
Which is a lot of damn work. Let me just tell y'all now. I tried it. I know exactly how to do what they saying. But listen, I don't want to do it. I ain't been saying a lot. I need other people to do it because that junk they saying is not easy to get all three and you think you can go and click buttons, that run out too. You better have a little bit of stuff in your credit. When you got some lengthy stuff in your credit, you got the contact, you got the right letter, you got to send that stuff out. It is a headache. So this is why I used to ask myself, man, I can do it myself. Why pay some? That's why you pay somebody.
Well, Marcus, you can. You hit it right on the head. You can.
Yeah,
I
you
tell
can.
everybody,
You can
well,
do it yourself. I don't want
to
to do it myself. I'm just being honest. I don't want to do it myself. I want somebody else doing it for me.
That the same thing. You can.
I want to call y'all and be like, man, what's new this month? Did y'all take it off? I need to know. Did it come off?
Right.
I don't want to do myself because I know the extensiveness of all three viewers. Everything you do at one, if you do it for one, you got to do it for all three. Have all three contacts, and you got to constantly be in contact with these people, going back and forth. Don't let somebody. Don't who somebody we have somebody on. Who? Oh, we did a fly for them. Oh, I don't remember. How they call it at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We laugh too, like, and they laughing because they hear us right now. You know, we laugh like. And I'm talking too. I'm forgetting that we live and they listen to me. Bring them on. They're gonna talk about credit too. I mean, they call at the end of the show. We would have been on.
Hey, look. Oh, they got us.
We're gonna help y'all get y'all credit right too.
Hey, we need our credit right too, man. Call them. Yeah,
call us at the end of the show. We end at 9.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. In at 9.
Boy, this show is like we want to do this show. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Hey, real quick, I know y'all about to head out. This is
no. We're gonna listen because my boy's here, and that's what we do. Sometimes people come on late. We're gonna get you in. I just want to y'all gonna stay right there, and y'all gonna just be a part of the conversation. I'm gonna let them finish up on telling them how we can get with them, and then we're gonna just go ahead and swing right to y'all. So, meet the actors, and the actor. What's his name? What name?
How you doing?
Right.
And we're talking about getting credit right. So you would probably already know.
Important. That's important.
What we need to do to if we want to sign up, like how do you do it, and what do you guys do to?
So let me just put it out there. It's affordable. Okay. Our services are very affordable.
Okay.
And we're much more than credit repair. Absolutely, we're credit repair on service because we offer so many other services that you
doing all that research.
Now, one of the services for me that I love is identity theft.
Y'all good?
That's one of the services that comes along with it. The reason why I love it because I was a victim of it.
Yeah, me too.
That's the worst thing that can happen. It's like breaking in your house.
Yeah,
it's a total violation. Somebody breaking in your house, setting your credit, your identity. They run your credit up, and guess what? You're back at square one, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of different things that we offer, but it's easy. It's no contract at that. No, we don't lock you into a contract.
So you can not like the results and be done, or you can like the result, keep going.
Yep.
We actually have a money back guarantee.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Serious about knowing what you're doing and what you can do.
And within the first 30 to 45 days, you'll start seeing results. You'll start seeing results. I had a client who actually just got approved for a $300,000 loan. Her credit score went up 76 points within her first round of dispute letters.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Right. Unheard of. Listen, people that's out there watching and listening, make sure, get your credit right. Get your credit together, viewers. Get your credit together. It's not hard. I know you discouraged. Trust me, I was discouraged. Child support discouraged the hell out of me. I just said, get it. Once I found out child support was on my credit, I was like, well, I ain't gonna never win. Now, it makes no sense for me even putting the work in to get the stuff off my credit. And I know somebody else probably got another story of what discouraged them. Do not be discouraged. And I'm gonna be the first to tell you because I'm gonna join the team. And I'm gonna join and pay that monthly fee so my credit can start being worked on. I don't have a lot of stuff, so I'm lucky. Some people may get started on your credit, y'all. This is a year. We should have been doing this all year because this was the best year to do it. Right. When all this foolishness was going on, we ain't sitting home. Absolutely. This was the best year to do it. But if you haven't done it yet, work on your credit. Get with
I am the credit emissary. You can follow me on IG. My name is Duran, D. Pernell, Pernell. I'm going to use my radio voice right now. Pernell.
All right.
Right,
And-
GRICE.
And his business partner.
And I am Realtor Sokovia Calvin, specializing in helping renters go from renting to homeowners.
That's what's up, man. That's what we need to be. Owners. We all need to be owners.
Right.
Owners. You said you got a couple of properties, a couple of houses. That's what it's about. Being owners. Ty, you own your house or you renting? You own a house. So everybody here understands the power of ownership. Those viewers, people who's watching, we need to be owners. If you renting and you paying $1,200, $1,400 a month, you can be paying the same thing for your own mortgage.
That's right.
And that's an investment, because when you're paying for your mortgage, it's a whole nother ball game. In making that payment, you making that payment is going towards you buying and not to making somebody else rich.
Right.
Some people, it ain't for everybody. Some people just don't never want to own. But I'm telling you, if you're one of those people that thought you couldn't own, you can.
Matter of fact, Marcus, let me say this. Since you said rent, because we're the type of company that we like to cover all bases, we want to put people in position to win. We have a program where you can improve. You can get credit. But let me put it like this: if you're renting and you get an eviction, what happens to your credit?
It goes down, and it's on your credit report.
Absolutely.
Right.
So why not get credit for something that you're already doing?
Right.
We have a program called Credit My Rent, where the company go as far back as 2 years of rental history, which you're already going to do, what you need to do,
but was never getting
never getting credit
Right.
for it.
Right.
I had a client that just called me, sent me a text a few days ago, Saturday. She was iffy about it. Oh, D, I just paid the 188. You know, I'm stressed. I said, listen, it's only optional. I'm here to just give you all your options, right? Put you in position to win.
Right.
I can guarantee you by the credit, which is 188 to start, $89 a month, no contract. And by doing the Credit My Rent, get the 2-year plan. She did it. Her companion, their credit, she called me. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? Please, not another death, no corona. Oh Lord, this has been a crazy year. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, well, talk to me. What's going on? D, I want to thank you so much.
Right.
My credit improved 52 points.
Right.
And that's a lot.
That shit, you understand? Those 52 points, man,
They make a difference.
It made a huge
it makes a difference.
from their rental history.
Right.
Doing
That
something
they was
they're
already doing.
Right.
That's another program. That's another program incentive that we have
Listen,
that we
listen.
provide so that you can win.
Listen, definitely. I'm probably gonna have them back on here, and I'm gonna do a segment when we have Tish, the realtor, and the lender in. I'm gonna bring them back because all that go hand in hand.
Right.
Credit,
It definitely.
buying, lender, realtor, all that go hand in hand. We're gonna have a full segment on that because I'm about the same thing. This show is about music, it's about life, but we definitely love to educate and make us win. So get with you gave your how you can find you.
You can find me on Instagram. I think my name is Tacovia the Realtor, and my handle is Tacovia the Realtor on Instagram and on Facebook. You can find me at Tacovia Calvin.
And I am the THE_credit_emissary, EMISSARY. Name is Pernell Duran, your boy Grace.
There you go. There you have it. That's who he is. That's how you can find him. We're gonna have him back. Credit. Black folks, all folks. Let's work on that credit. I'm gonna get my people in here. We got one more interview. They came on late. I don't even understand how they come on. Nah, we shout out to them though, man. We know it's all love. We're gonna bring them on. We're gonna let them talk. I'm gonna bring my people on. I'm gonna step to the side just for a second because I'm gonna be back to talk to y'all. I got to find out why. That's another thing we need to start doing. Be on time. We ain't never on time nowhere. Man, shout out to the people coming on here, man. We're gonna find out and learn about them. Come on, say it. Let's get in here and introduce. Come on, Ty, DJ Ty. Let's get in here. We a little over time, but that's all right. Let's get in here and introduce who we got with us, man. Let's highlight our people.
Hey, my brother, how you feeling, man?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Man, we doing this. We doing this well, man. We doing this well. We doing this good. Tell us a little bit about you and your crew that's back there right now.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, first of all, man, I just want to say it's a pleasure, man. Cause you know I'm originally from Florida, Broward County.
Oh, okay.
See y'all,
Hey, you from the 954 then?
The L's.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You're from Sunland.
That's right. So hey,
Remix Sunland.
that's right. Hey, y'all know about that Sunland Park back in the day?
Yeah.
Pele. But,
So,
yeah. Hey, so I'm in the DC area right now. I'm a playwright. I see that you say your show of music, and we got a lot of music, a lot of stuff going on our plays. If you think about Tyler Perry doing the same thing, him on a lower budget, but wrote this play. The Storm has a ministry too. A young lady named by Wanda Briscoe hired me to write her book into a play. We're getting ready to do it next Saturday on stream and also in person.
Right,
Amazing.
So what it's like working with your cast members? What it's like when you go find a cast member to even participate, you know what I mean, and what you got going on?
Well, you know, man, it's a lot of work. First, it's a lot of studying. I call myself I take the same example of a college football coach when he go and recruit players all over. I do the same thing, man. I don't travel from New York, from DC. I don't travel from Richmond. I look on YouTube. I look on Instagram, and I study people craft. The young lady standing beside me right here, I studied her for 2 years and finally just bring her on into the production, you know, and many other people just watching them over the community. I watch them and bring them on and invite them to the audition. When I'm writing something, I already got them in mind and thinking they will be a good fit, you know, and everything be working out just right when I do that.
You know, it takes time and patience, and it takes really the intelligence to know true talent, knowing how people maneuver, knowing how people just react to certain things. Because a lot of people, you know, in the business that you call show business, take a lot of things personal.
Right.
You know, you don't mean no harm, but you're just trying to critique them, trying to get them right. You know what I mean? Because it just takes time, patience, and dedication. You know, it took Tyler Perry some time to really get off his feet. People think that Tyler just blew up like that. It didn't happen like that.
No, it didn't.
You know, it took some dedication, and it took some dedicated people that believed in what he was doing.
Yes, sir.
And it paying off, and it played off, and it paid off big time. You know, just imagine you doing a small play, and it only takes for one person to believe.
We just talking about that.
Yes.
I believe in them.
Right.
That's right.
And you know what? Then it happened. Because one thing about you, brother, I'm gonna say this. I don't know you from a can of paint.
Right.
I don't know you from a can of paint. I'm gonna say this.
Right.
The anointing is on your life
Good Lord.
to draw people. You have a spirit of drawing.
Man.
When you draw people, always remember, you have to be careful. You know, my bishop always said, don't furnish the paint. You got to be careful of how you walk, because people are looking up to you.
Right.
People are really looking up to you. People believe in what you are doing. And when you believe in what you're doing and everybody is on that one accord,
right,
things begin to happen.
Yes.
And things are going to happen, but you just got to take time and patience.
Right.
It take time and patience. You know, I'm gonna say this. I don't know why I'm going here.
Right.
Wow.
I'm a very spiritual person.
Right.
It's like this. I asked the question to a preacher. I say, is the devil and Satan the same person? The preacher couldn't answer the question. Right?
Right.
John 6, chapter 6, verse 70. Say out of the 12, one he picked was who? The devil.
Right.
Then you go to Luke, right? Then he said, when he sat to the table, it says, then Satan entered into Judas. Where was Satan? All the while. Where was he? Now this is the devil. But where was? Then Satan entered into him. Then. You see, a lot of folks get confused of thinking that somebody is so bad don't have the anointing on their life.
Wow. What?
David was David. Man. But David had an anointing. Saul was a wicked man, but Saul had an anointing.
Right.
And see, David respected not Saul, but God.
Yeah.
When he said, touch not my anointing.
Right.
And do my prophet no harm.
Mm-hmm.
So God uses who he want to use.
That's right.
You know, and also remember this, my brother.
Yeah.
Satan. People try to paint him as this ugly person.
Right.
The Bible says he was one of the most beautiful spirits to look upon.
Yes, he was.
And the Bible says, be careful who you entertain, because you can entertain angels unannounced.
Right.
Don't you know it could be an angel inside your camp? It could be an angel that's sitting right there just taking notes. It could be somebody in your camp. But also remember this. A house that pray together, stay together.
Yeah, you said the cats pray together.
You got to stay together.
Yeah.
No matter how dim it may look, people might sit there and laugh. A lot of people laughed at Tom Ford. He tried 3 times and failed. But Tom Ford became a billionaire. Puff Daddy.
Man.
Puff Daddy. Sean Puffy Combs.
Yeah.
Considered SLD growing up. He was one of the little kids on a short yellow bus.
Right.
He a billionaire. Look at him now.
Look at him now.
Kanye West.
Come on.
Huh?
Yeah.
A billionaire. People that think that you ain't nothing, you also become something.
Right.
People didn't think, I thought I was one of them, and I raised my hand and I would admit this. I would have never thought in a million years that we would see a black president.
Right. Right.
But it happened.
It did.
It happened. Right?
Right.
So people need to understand this, right? A lot of people are jealous of your gift.
Boy.
My God.
Boy.
Jealous.
My God. Confirmation.
But they can't stop what God got planned for them.
Yeah.
That's it. Amen.
They can't stop it. I don't know where I'm going here with you.
Bro, I needed to hear this, dog. I'm telling you.
But look to the hills from which come your help.
That's the third time I heard that. Look to the hills.
Are you serious?
Look to the hills.
Look to the hills.
All help come from God.
Yeah. Amen.
See, a lot of people can't understand the goodness of God, how things could change from a twinkling of an eye. See, the Bible says, be ye ready. Because how would you know if a TV show might mess around and pick you up tomorrow?
Come on. Did we not just say that? Come on.
But is you ready?
I'm ready.
Is you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
Because Tyler Perry went from doing a little stuff people didn't believe and laughed at him to 5 months. His brother made $5 million in 5 months off of a deal. Played.
Right.
I mean, imagine how much money he would have made if they didn't bootleg it.
Oh. You right about that.
Imagine. Right?
Right.
But he had some faithful folks.
Right.
Not only black, he had a lot of white folks, different denominational folks that
Right.
loved it and loved Medea.
Yeah. Surely did.
You know what I mean? And he come out with these shows, and you know, a lot of folks they give up too quick. Don't let it cross your mind.
Right.
Don't let people sit there and condemn you because the devil tried to do it to Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn these breads into stone.
Yeah.
You got to fight the word with the word.
Mm.
You know, they sit there, and you know what's so crazy? When David was with Goliath, and they had a conversation, David made Goliath curse him out.
You sure did.
He made him curse him out because he wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of people don't expect certain things; they can't handle it. You ever seen the movie called A Few Good Men?
Yeah, very good movie.
You see when he was on the stand and he said a question, asked him.
Yeah.
He said, "I want the truth." And you know, he told him, "You can't handle the truth."
Can't handle the truth.
A lot of people can't handle the truth. A lot of people ain't gonna take you. A lot of people not gonna like you because that's just life.
Man.
Okay.
You just roll with the punches. They talked about Jesus. They talked about Jesus. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who is me?
Yeah.
They gonna talk about you long. Let's talk about you. Talk about you. As long as you talk about me, I'm gonna bend my knees. I'm gonna bend my knees. Talk about me all you please.
Right.
You know what I mean? But great things are coming your way, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Hey, man. Hey, look, man. I need to hear that. Everything you said was confirmation.
Great things are coming your way.
Amen. I receive it.
Just be patient and trust in God. Don't let nothing hinder you. Nothing hinder you. Some folks like to drag along, but tag along when it's for the moving. Let them stay where they at.
Right where they are. Leave my
Because if they're not here now,
yeah,
don't come later. You gonna
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the boat. What we gonna do is we throwing Jonas off the boat. We throwing him off the boat.
Yes, sir.
Because when you got a mission, your mission is not complete. Your mission is to touch lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Touch lives and change lives. That's your mission in life.
Yes, sir.
Wave. You are the new wave.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once you digest it and accept it, everyone around you is on assignment. Everybody that's with you is ordained to be with you at this present moment.
Amen. Amen. Yes. Thank you.
Everyone
Thank you.
that's with you is ordained to be with you. Nobody, you don't meet nobody by coincidence.
Right.
You don't meet them like that. It don't happen.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Either it's a lesson or a blessing.
Yeah. That's no blessing.
You understand? Because a lot of folks really can't handle you. They can handle the folks that are around you.
Right.
It's because people are jealous.
Right.
When you see jealous folks, they can't comprehend. Darkness can't comprehend light. They can't comprehend it. And people gonna sit there and say, he don't know what he doing. You don't know what you doing because guess what? I don't sit and argue with you.
Right.
I ain't got to show my gift to you. You're not the one that's supposed to believe it.
Right.
Because everybody around you ain't gonna. I'm gonna say this, man. I don't know what. God. I'm gonna say this. A lot of folks can't understand a lot of things. And God got it that way where they don't understand. You know, they wonder why certain folks are being blessed. They'll wonder why Trump is in office doing what he's doing. It's because the nation and the people are rebellious people. And President Trump ain't nothing but another Saul.
Right.
That's all he is, another
Right.
Saul.
Right. Right.
But the folks got over Caesar. Nebuchadnezzar, that all them kings,
right?
Pontius Pilate, got rid of. You can get over Trump because his reign is so long,
right?
You know,
right.
But what you doing? You continue doing what you're doing. Stay on your mission.
Amen.
Stay on the battlefield.
Right.
The battlefield.
Yes, sir.
Stay on the battlefield.
Yeah.
While we got you, how can the viewers follow you on your social media?
Yeah, I appreciate that. So I'm on Instagram, McClam Enterprise Production, and also Akiva, AKIVA _ McClam Enterprise. And on Facebook, Akiva Renaissance Man McClam. That's it, all right? Yeah.
Okay.
But also go to my website, McClaменterpriseproductions.com.
It's amazing. And then I can see the campus sitting there with you. I want to just say hello to everybody again.
Hello.
So that posted there? Yeah. I appreciate that, man. Hello to you as well. And like I said, the McClaменterpriseproductions.com is the website. We appreciate everything you guys said, man. I'm telling you, you guys truly, truly blessed us tonight.
No, you bless us for this coming on the show. And you got me moving in the pathetic right now.
Yes.
That don't only come on Sundays, but that came right now.
Amen.
But when the spirit is on you, it's on you.
Oh man.
You gotta say, thus says the Lord, and say what the Lord wants you to say.
Yeah.
Amen.
And get that out of the way, because I want to go to sleep tonight. You want to say this and say that. No, no, God. But man, I have a brother I would like to introduce you to. I don't know if you know him, Eric Vickers.
No, I don't.
These brothers did a play. He's on the he's on a couple of movies. He's on the TV series The Purge. Some other movie he just landed. But you got to get with these folks. You got to tie in to the Tyler Perrys and this and that. If you can't get a hold of Tyler, I can get a hold of Tyler.
Yeah, get a hold of Tyler.
I get a hold of this. I know a lot of folks, brother.
Yes, sir.
So it's about who you know at the end of the day. You know, I don't know if you ever heard this story. This young black girl that was on side of the road selling lemonade. I want you to Google this. And this one gentleman stopped, tasted the lemonade. Her grandma gave her the recipe, and they end up giving her $30 million. I want you to Google it. Little black girl selling lemonade on side of the road.
I think I saw that story before.
Right?
Yeah.
But it only took one person to believe. Once they believe, like, you need to be talking to the Clarence Avants.
Yeah.
You heard Clarence Avant? Mr.
Yeah.
Clarence?
Uh-huh.
He check his story out. I know him personally. Check his story out. You know what I mean? His daughter is married to the guy that owns Netflix.
Oh, what? Wow.
Then the folks you need to be intertwining with.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Because you never every day they're looking for a show.
Right.
For something, right?
Yeah.
So for like Greenleaf, for instance.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Greenleaf is real entertaining to start watching it. It's a great show.
Great show.
Right.
I had to stop watching. You know, then they got these crazy shows out now, like P Valley. Where they are promoting certain stuff that's not good.
Right.
A lot of people like entertainment.
Right.
It's all entertainment.
Right.
But you know what made Tyler Perry so great?
What's that?
I'm gonna ask you that.
I would say he was able to connect with the people. He knew what they want. He knew his people.
It's one thing he did that kept him the way he is now.
He's been humble.
It's one thing.
What's that?
He kept God in everything he
did. Oh yeah. You're absolutely right.
And a lot of church folks couldn't wait to get home from church to watch the deal.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what he did was, it's a service and a product. He was giving both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people late. You know what I mean? So your story, I had missionary mission. What it is right in the back on that sign?
Oh, the Storm has a ministry too. The Storm has a ministry too.
See, that's a great concept to catch a lot of folks.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it just take time and patience, and takes some traveling.
It does.
You know, it takes money to make money, and when the budget is small, you never know who may come watch that play and want to take it to the next level.
Yes, sir.
You never know. You never know who is sitting in the audience.
Right.
You know, somebody could, certain songs they sing touch people.
Mm-hmm.
No, you get in the church, not only a church, but you get certain songs that will move you now.
Yeah.
It made David dance out his clothes now. It'll move you now. You know, it'll do something to you. And there's certain movies that you watch that can touch you, that relating to life. When your story is based on life and circumstances right now, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's going to touch a lot of people.
Yes, sir.
It's going to move them. When they move them, tell a friend, bring a friend, and send it.
Yes, sir.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to come see what's going on. You know what I mean? It's just like Queen Sheba. She traveled from all the way from where she was just to see David. She wanted to know what was going on.
Right.
He ended up having a baby from him. But she wanted to know what he had going on.
Right.
So it's just like if the people don't want to know what you got going on. And brother, man, I appreciate you for coming on the show. And I'm gonna connect you with some folks. I want Katina. I want to thank God for Katina for just, just telling me about you, man, and you know what I mean, and everything. Get my number for Katina and call me.
I will.
Call me, and I'm gonna connect you with some folks. And I'm the type of person like this. I'm not looking for nothing. I just want to see you succeed in life.
That's right.
I appreciate that.
Matter of fact, grab both our numbers. We got a treat for you. For you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna connect you with some people. I know a young lady, Ricky Holmes. I don't know if you know her. She might be online now watching. She's doing a movie. It's a lot going on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what. There's so much in the universe that we all can feed off each other.
I believe that. This type of heart I have.
Everybody is room for everybody. And there's a lot of garbage going on out there.
Yeah.
That a lot of people like to promote.
Right.
You know, instead of reality and truth. But that Storm, tell everybody how they can find this display and just I want to find everybody on. I want everybody this what they doing in social media. Follow me on social media. Do it. I want to know what's going on.
Well, first I want to give first of all I want to say thank you both of you guys. I appreciate your love and your teaching us today. Also Katina, met Katina up in Harlem, New York, man. She's got a great spirit and she was able to connect. She's a connector, and I thank you for Katina for who you are. The Storm has a ministry too. Young lady came to my play in 2019. Another play I was doing for social injustice. I was doing a play for that last year. And she introduced herself to me, and I read her book. I said, you know, this book can be a good play. And I turned her book inspired by God, her book into a play that we getting ready to do next week on Saturday. The play is to be streamed. Anybody in the United States or overseas can see the play. All thing you have to do is go to the website and click on those tickets. And then also you can watch it inside too as well in person. What I want to do for you guys and for your listeners, I want to give a few free streaming possibilities for you guys to be able to give it to your listeners to see the play, you know?
Okay.
So I want to do that for you guys as well. You guys showing us love, want to show you love back as well.
Okay.
Awesome.
I sure appreciate it so much, my brother. I appreciate you and everyone that's around you. You know, thank you all. Stay prayed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stay blessed, brother, and continue doing what you're doing. You know, God got something special for you, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys, man. Thank you for allowing us to be on the show. And love to talk to some people down in Florida, man. So, you know, born and raised Florida. The Heat's playing Lakers tonight. I hope those boys win the series.
Oh, they start tonight?
They start tonight. Hey,
oh, man.
look, bro, they started at 9 o'clock, but you was feeding me some of this spiritual world. I'm like, forget LeBron James and all
Hey,
these guys.
guess what?
I'm listening to you.
When God take over, you the Heat.
Oh, man.
My brother, some more to be on.
You the Heat. When God take over.
Right.
God take over, you just leave it alone.
Right.
True.
But I thank y'all, man, and I appreciate y'all, man. And get my number and call me, brother. And
I will.
take you to some folks and some people. You know what I mean? I just want to see you win. When you get on stage with your little Grammy, your little award, make sure you say, hey, man, Cedric McDowell, man, DJ Chop, man.
That's right. And definitely, most sure, I would definitely do that, man. Hey, because, you know, I got a heart like that, too, and I appreciate you guys, man. It's all about helping one another out. We were just talking about that. So thank y'all for your love and what y'all doing down in South Florida.
Yeah, can I get a drop for y'all? Like, could you just announce the play, announce your name first, then the play, and shout out to the Let It Out live show on WMRR.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Akiva McClam, playwright, a DMV. We got a wonderful play. The Storm has a ministry too, October the 10th. And I'm on a live show, the Let It Out live show, hosted by Marcus Anthony and DJ Baby Said on the WMRR.
And DJ Ty.
Hey, you was close there, but we
gotta do that over.
We gonna get
you gotta come back.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that? DJ what?
Marcus Antonio.
You said Antonio. Hey, you said Antonio. You say Antonio. His mama gonna beat me up.
Yeah.
So mama gonna get me.
Anthony.
It's Marcus Antonio.
Marcus Antonio.
I raised Antonio.
Gotcha. Marcus Antonio.
You got Marcus Antonio. DJ Baby Said. DJ Ty.
Okay, DJ Ty. I sit on it down here. All right. Yep. So start over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Start it over.
All right, what's up, fam? This is Akiva McClam from the DMV, also South Florida. Playwright out of the DMV. Got a Storm, has a ministry too. Play coming October the 10th. Support it. I'm on it right now, live on the Let It Out live show, hosted by DJ Marcus Antonio, DJ Baby Said, and DJ Ty. I'm proud to be here. Much love.
All right.
He ain't no DJ, but we gonna settle that because this is a person. This is my friend. This black brother. This is Eddie Kane Jr.
Okay.
he get up in the church. Preacher is coming, stop him, say, some of y'all like the can't sing either.
Oh my goodness.
Appreciate y'all though. All right.
All right, man. Love y'all, man.
Man, look,
Y'all take it easy.
We're about to
Just let
take
it out
it
loud,
back.
man. Next week, man. Shout out to everybody that came on the show.
You're rocking with the best.
Run DMC.
Everyone that came on tonight. Shout out to Mama Ellis, Cedric,
and me. Y'all know my name. Come on.
First of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this. But I'ma be real and say what's on my heart.
So shout out to Miss Ross the Ball.
It's your boy, DJ from the start. All the years we put in this relationship.
Take over this power job. It's your boy, man. It's going down, man. First of the night. Shout out to my boy, Bill Petaway. Everybody out there.
Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know.
Imagine smoking weed in the street without cops harassing. Imagine going to court with no trial. Lifestyle cruising blue Bahama waters. No welfare supporters. More conscious of the way we raise our daughters. Days are shorter, nights are colder. Feeling like life is over. These snakes strike like a cobra. The world's hot, my son got knocked. Evidently, it's elementary. They want us all gone eventually. Trooping out of state for a plate. Knowledge, the coke was cooked without the garbage. We'd all have the top dollars. Imagine everybody flashing. Fashion, designer clothes. Lacing your click up with diamond rolls. Your people holding dough, no parole, no rubbers. Going raw, imagine law with no undercovers. Just some thoughts for the mind. I take a glimpse into time, watch the glint read, the world is mine. If I rule the world, imagine that.
Yo, don't give him nothing but a microphone. Don't stop. I'm not finished yet. You said I'm not the E. You wanna make a bet? Remember this? Lounge, you in the danger zone. I figured you would. Now leave me alone. You pick and you wisp on the four-leaf clover to be the E, double over and over. You intrigued by the way I do my thing. Do what? We got the mic high and make a swing. I have the capability to rap and chill. Coax attacks MCs who tend to act ill. It's like you think I'm smack. Smack me and I'll smack your back. I get goosebumps with a baseline thump to suck an empty on ride. Now it's time to run. When I'm cooling on the scene, I notice one thing, I'm not bound. So sucking MCs clench, 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 so sucking MCs clench.
Back to get wrecked. All respect to those who break their neck to keep their hopes in check. Cause though they sweat a brother majorly.
Appreciate y'all, man. We out.
Your girl keeps paging me to tell me that she needs me. Cries when she leaves me. And every time she sees me, she squeeze me. Lady, take it easy. Hate to sound sleazy, but tease me. I don't want it if it's that easy. Hey, yo, bust it. Baby, got a problem saying bye-bye. Just another hazard of a fly guy. Your ass wide don't matter. My pockets got fatter. Now everybody's looking for the ladder. And ain't no need in being greedy. If you wanna see me, try to leave a number, baby, when you need it. And I'll be there in a jiffy. Don't be pretty, just be happy with this. Quickie, hit me 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 with this.
Y'all tucked in? Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good, there lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making the dash. They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop. It's like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his arm, he started acting erratic. He said, "Cheap skill, boy, no need for study." Punched him in his belly and he gave him a slap. The little did he know, 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 the little did he know.
Back in elementary, thrived on misery. Left me alone, I grew up amongst a dying breed. Inside my mind, couldn't find a place to rest until I got that thug like tatted on my chest. Tell me, can you feel me? I'm not living in the past. You wanna last? Be the first to blast. Remember Kato? No longer with the seat, the seats. Calling the sirens. Seen them murdered in the streets. Now rest in peace. Is there heaven for a G? Remember me? So many homies in the cemetery shed so many tears. I suffered through the years and shed so many tears. Lord, I lost so many kids and shed so many tears. Now that I'm struggling in this business, by any means, label me greedy, getting green, but seldom seen. And fuck the world, cause I'm cursed. I'm having visions of leaving here in the hurt. God, can you feel? Take me away from all the pressure and all the pain. Show me some happiness again. I'm going blind. I spend my time in the cell, ain't living well. I know my destiny is hell, but did I fail? My life is in denial, and when I die, baptized in it, baptized in it, baptized in it, baptized in it, baptized in it. When your nights get cold, baptized in it, when the rain starts pouring, when your man ain't home, you can call me baby, you can let me know, you ain't had that lately, let me get the back door, your back door. When he walks out the door, when he act like he don't want you no more, you can do the same thing. You can play at this game with this love and support. He got you doing his job. Might as well be with me. You ain't nobody's slave. Now you know and I know I done bought every hole in the wall.